Yo, what's good, chat? What's good? What's good? What's good? About to hop in the call with the boys and we gonna get this collab started. They're already in there. Oh man, wake up, bro. You late? Yeah, 'cause I wonder why. I only got fucking an hour of sleep 'cause like damn, like get off my dick. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do some chill ass music, man. All right, let's join this damn call.
Deal with these bosses. And,
that is certainly a choice.
Yeah, he's got seed, and things are a lot smoother because, well, getting 1,000 attack, what is it, 30 crit damage, 25% damage. You can just chuck that in any team. You know what? It works.
Okay.
I think at the very least, from that perspective, it worked out.
I actually pulled seed on my free-to-play account, the one that I made in 1.7. She's pretty good. We don't even have the engine. It's good enough. I'm actually pretty satisfied with having her there. So I do think there is definitely something to be said about seed for players who are a little behind.
Yeah, kind of ask for a replacement unit.
Okay, I've joined.
Unfortunate.
I have joined the Lino talk.
Hold on. Oh my god.
The Lino talk.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Lino talk.
Lino.
Yeah.
It's the Lino talk. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say because when me and Lino 2 weeks ago had our collab talk on my channel, right before we started, we talked for like almost 2 hours, and right before we started, he said, "Just cut me off if I'm talking too long. I promise I'll stop." And then afterwards, I said, "Nigga, I tried to cut you off like 10 times, and you didn't stop." And he was like, "No, you didn't. I was paying attention." And then he reheard the stream, and he was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
So we're doing a Lino talk today.
It's a Lino talk, bro. Once he gets started, he can't stop, bro.
Sounds hot, honestly.
Anytime I do a collab, those exact same comments show up. Damn, you really don't let the other person talk. Why does he talk so much? I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
I mean, to be fair, I don't mind if you guys just keep talking because, as I said, it's almost 3 a.m. here. I almost asleep, so keep bringing the energy, please.
Just get some energy drinks. I don't know.
I mean, I'm having some coffee right now.
Nitro fuel.
Nitro fuel.
Yes.
Gonna call Bernice to give me
Yo,
some.
I need Bernice and Seed
for the 3
interactions
months.
in the story, please.
Sarah Kent and Andrew, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate you.
Really funny. All right, cool. So, does everybody want to introduce themselves for the people who are not aware of who you are?
All right, how are we doing that? Want to do the order? Okay, I guess we can get started. So, Lino. I tend to do character guides on YouTube and content that focuses spread primarily on like tech and combos and other fancy stuff for characters. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
Okay.
I guess I'll pass over to somebody. Kete, you go ahead.
I don't know. I'm the 7th. Shouldn't I be going last? I'm just, that would just make logical sense.
Okay, but how many other Ketes are in here?
Yeah, just.
I don't know,
There
but
are
yes.
at least 3 stun agents.
But yes, I am.
Oh.
I'm Kete the 7th. I'm a big gooner, and I play this game a lot, too much actually. I need to get a life, but yeah, I make a lot of content, and I'm here for this Lino talk.
Lino talk. That's the official name of the podcast.
Yes, it is.
The Lino
Alright.
talk.
I'll get like a stopwatch, and every time I speak, I'll just press on it. So that at the very end of the talk, I say, "Sorry guys, but I only took up 15.8% of the talk's duration, so you can't complain."
Bruh. Hi, I am Jstern25. I make content on YouTube and Twitch for the more hardcore player. So if you're interested in learning more about the game, you can check me out. Kind of similar to Linol, except Linol's YouTube videos are much more focused on specific techs. I try to be holistic. So my angle is I try to make content for the people who I just walked into the mic. I try to make content for the people who are interested in being better, but not necessarily the people who are looking to spend 6 hours a day playing the game.
Only 6.
Yeah, only 6.
Only.
I
thank you,
also
Hoodie,
do
for
a
the 2
lot of
months.
pre-release content.
Ray for the
So if you're
3
interested in
months,
learning about upcoming
and
characters,
they
then make
are
sure you check me out.
the 1 month.
Mr. Muzzy.
Oh, me? So,
You.
hi everyone, I'm Muzzy. I do guides and also, mostly ZZZ content, but I plan to start playing some other stuff, just so you know. I'm not so sure if things are going to be just ZZZ in the future, but for now, mostly ZZZ content. Do a lot of challenge stuff, including duo challenge clears on Deadly Assault, guides, not too advanced like Linu, or pre-release content like J-Stern. But yeah, there's guides, calculations on my channel, and that's it. You can find a lot of calculations and stuff and opinions on my channel.
Very nice. Average luck.
I am average luck gamer. I don't know why I said it like that, as if I was like introducing myself as a supervillain. But I'm average luck gamer. I make videos on YouTube, mostly focusing on like who to pull and when to pull and why to pull. Really, I started talking about why I was pulling characters, and people seem to like it. And now I'm not stopping. I also stream and make videos about that too.
Yeah, but you're gonna be above average little gamer here in 19 days, right, my boy?
Oh yeah, I'm pulling I did an announcement for everyone. I'm pulling Kete the 7's M6 P5 Orphe.
Yes, you are, and you're gonna lock the fuck in.
He's told me I'm gonna have to pull it in 700 pulls, and I've told him that
No,
is cope. That
No,
you'd,
I
like,
told
need to top
you
up,
you're gonna
bro.
start
That's
with
not how,
700.
dude.
I said you're gonna start with 700, and then like obviously I'll top up as I need. But Lighter only took 642 for M6 P5, so you can lock the fuck in.
Expectation that you probably can't get that many in this amount. This is
No, shut the.
Wait,
No, we ain't doing this.
No,
we ain't
stop,
doing this
stop,
right now, gamer.
Everybody, stop for a second, because Kete, if you need to top up, I might introduce you to today's sponsor, LD.
Oh my god.
Oh no, use.
We're not doing
No,
this.
no,
We're not
no.
doing this.
No,
Excuse me, sir.
no.
This is on a Twitch stream. You can plug your sponsorship in post.
Yeah, I just needed
I don't
the
need it on my
transition,
channel.
you know?
Thank you very much. I have my own sponsorships.
I feel
Just
violated.
needed the transition in here.
I feel violated.
Yeah, honestly, you just have to stop Kete and I bickering like an old married couple, and that's fine.
Now, Rivenus, you have to introduce yourself for everyone else.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
true.
Rivenus. I do guides over on YouTube. Sometimes I also stream. I try to stream a little bit more, but yeah, if you're interested in more of a general approach to guides, with a little bit of optimization for calculations in terms of builds, feel free to check me out. And well, thank you everybody for joining today. It's a pleasure to have you all around. There is a topic which I have at heart. That topic is that I fucking hate this new boss. Not because the mechanics in itself are necessarily bad, but because I feel like every new boss being introduced has more and more minigames and more invulnerability phases and more times where I just cannot play. Instead, I have to wait or, I don't know, explore the map. I don't fucking know. Next time we have to solve Bangbu TFT minigames in between. I really don't know. And given that, I wanted to just know, like, your guys' thoughts. What do you think about the new bosses, the recent ones? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are your...
I feel like I'm coming in hot right now because I just came off of... I started my stream about half an hour ago, and I came in from that where I literally just badmouthed the new boss for half an hour. So,
Really?
Oh my
yeah.
god.
However, hear me out. I actually like the time wasting mechanic thing. I do agree with you. It sucks. But something I'm noticing is that they make it pretty easy to get those 5,000 performance points. So I know it's time wasting and I know it sucks, but I actually think it's kind of designed from a casual player perspective to probably get them the 5K. So I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit to be like, okay, so they're just going to take away like the fact that, you know, playing the game is fun, they're going to just give you the 5k after wasting 20 to 30 seconds of your time, and then you can at least get 1 or 2 stars depending on how your team is built. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
I see what you mean. I do think that Miasma Priest did it better in that regard, though. You
Yeah.
can still give.
I'm not saying it's
5,000.
just to be clear. I'm not saying it's
Not be
good.
involved.
Sorry, Leno.
No, 'cause-
yeah,
no,
I'm just
I
playing
don't
devil's
have my own
advocate.
thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel I don't like invulnerability phases all that much in the sense that they feel somewhat uninteractive. I think the way Miasmic Fiend was done is very bad. Nowadays, when I watch clears of Miasmic Fiend, I would just like skip the whole, just skip to go get to the very end of the invulnerability phase because there isn't anything particularly interactive there. I really don't like that. Whereas something like Priest, well, it's just getting the parries right. And you can even kind of optimize which characters do for the parries when you're doing assist follow-ups, whether you're using kind of EXs or skills between the parries, and I think that's pretty good. So I think there are ways of them doing performance points in a way that remains interactive. The Filer, I think, does a little bit of both. She has annoying, uninteractive phases, and then she has those that are more interactive. I think she strikes a bit of a middle ground, but I do think that they're going a little bit too hard on the character that you play or the route that you follow is irrelevant. You just do mechanic, and then you go back to the fight. It kind of takes you out of the fight for a bit.
mhm.
I'm actually going to come in with the hot take. I like the Defiler. I
agree.
think it's a good fight. I think that there is maybe one intermission segment too many. I'm specifically going to call out the part at the end of the fight where you have to do
Yeah, shield
the
bearers.
the shield bearers.
Yep.
I think if you just cut that part out, it's a really good fight. Regarding mechanics, it has 20k days HP, but anytime you do an impair, it's a flat 30 days. So it doesn't really have 20k days HP. This kind of equalizes / neutralizes the effect of stun agents, which is possibly a strange choice considering they want to sell trigger. But that is what the mechanic is, and that's how it's designed. It's not necessarily bad, but it is a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
agree
But I
with
have
you.
no idea how much anyone else has thought about that.
I mean,
Personally,
personally- Yep,
Oh.
go ahead.
Personally, I like the boss. Like the fight itself is pretty fun. I don't like it as a Deadly Assault boss personally, because like I can understand the point there that AOG just said about like being good for casual players because of the performance points that you get. It's not that hard. Miasmic Fiend is the same thing. You just dodge a little bit and boom, there you go, 5,000 points. But I feel that this, like for a timed content, something that you have like only 3 minutes to do, and then you start having these phases where you can't deal damage to the enemy, you can't interact in any way. It feels sad, bad, honestly. It's not sad, it's fucking bad. I hate this fight. Like, oh my god, there's like the miasmic phase, there's the shield barrier phase. I just can't bring myself to like this fight, I'm not gonna lie. In Deadly
Okay.
Assault.
Really, I actually really like its attack pattern when it isn't. Most of it is I really like the attack pattern when it isn't doing an intermission.
It has a very interesting system actually for that. When I was labbing with it, it has this interesting combo system where it can follow up certain attacks, but only specific ones. I think there's a lot of potential in that.
It also feels a bit less RNG for getting good attacks than the Miasma
I-
Priest.
Oh,
In
I
Miasma
can't
Priest,
agree
yes.
with this one.
Specifically compared to the
Actually.
Miasma
That's
Priest.
Yeah, I
Yes,
can
that is
agree with
true.
this.
But you are really reliant on the spin parry attack because if all the attacks consume 2 parry points, you need 6 parries to max out the buff. So unless you get a little spin to win attack, you are not going to be able to max out your judgment stacks. So if you don't get that, especially early on, it's really annoying. It kind of really tanks your scores. So I
don't
think
think it
that
tanks
is
your
a
score.
negative aspect.
I don't think it really does that much.
I think the crit buff can be really, really good if you can manage it early, especially if you can maintain it and keep refreshing it constantly. And the fact that it doesn't use up any assist points, well, it's massive because otherwise you cannot maintain that buff. And you have to save your parries till the very end, when you're actually going to start bursting
You do
them
get
down.
free parries for every intermission.
You get it on the second and the third. I guess
Yes.
for the first.
And the
That's
first.
only if you are not like running a stun agent, right? If you're running something like Astra, because otherwise you are going to be stunning them before the first intermission. So it's one of those things where it, as you said, right, it almost equalizes the whole stun agents, but in that way, it almost feels like you're punishing stun agents, because if you stun before the miasmic blades, you are not going to be having 6 judgment stacks when you go into the first stun, and that's just how it is. Unless, of course, you get the spin to win.
I got 2 things for this boss. One, I had to play it a few times on people's accounts, helping with DA clears. And then every DPS on the accounts we were doing were under 30 subs, and I think the worst one was the Haru last night. He only had like 24 subs, and we were still able to do it with Haru, Chingy, Nicole. They were all M0. It took me a few tries because obviously I'm fucking ass at Haru, but I finally got 22k. It doesn't feel bad at all for attack agents. I didn't try an anomaly team, but one time off stream, I just remember yesterday calling ALG and I was like, yo, there's like a lot of Yanagi players in my Discord, like really upset right now. Can you try Yanagi against the boss? And he went and tried it and he was like, what the fuck? Why is my score only 8k with this much time left? What the fuck? And then, like, he got the 20k and he was like, no, that was not fun. Just doing it for the first time.
So
that was literally my first time as well. He
Yeah.
called me and was like, play Yanni against it right now, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, and I think this is probably like, oh no, something that's worthwhile talking about, but like, I don't mind the mechanics of the boss that much. I do agree. I don't necessarily like the time waste. I want to play the characters that I pulled for, not like just defensive assist randomly, while waiting around for 30 seconds or dodge like the Fiend. I do agree. I was just playing devil's advocate just to say that, getting those 5k performance points, they kind of want to waste a bit of time with it. But yeah, like the big thing for me about the boss is the anti-anomaly shield, which, to be honest, I think we probably all saw coming eventually, but it just feels really tough to brute force. I don't know what you guys think about that.
So I tried it with Alice today after watching Jason doing it yesterday, and I think it is really interesting because you actually have to kind of preserve your enhanced basic 3 and stuff, and afterwards it's essentially just a stat check whether or not you are able to delete this little whatever it's called egg in the middle. But I was able to hit 45k, so I think it is not too bad, but I think you kind of need Alice.
I think Alice is actually perfectly fine against it.
Yeah. I mean, the
so
buffs
maybe it's
kind of
not
help it.
anti-anomaly shield, it's just anti-Yanagi shield.
That's most of the game. It's frustrating. Since they increased anomaly buildups in general, Yanagi has not been as good as she should be, and it's been really frustrating for me. But I guess Yanagi just isn't her.
I'll also say Jay Stern last night while I was grinding for a kill on Sambi Trigger Astra, I got so fucking close. I think we got to 59,000 like 800 something damage score. I was pissed. But I found that I was grinding for like the 2 stuns before Miasma, and I finally got it on one run.
Oh, it happened.
Yeah, I finally got it with trigger on attack instead of impact because I really wanted her on attack. That was the worst run. Like stunning,
okay, good.
doing 2 stuns before the Miasma actually bricked the run.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there. You just don't have enough resources.
You don't have resources
Stuns
for
2 times
stun.
with it.
It was
Interesting.
significantly
Okay.
lower, so it actually bricked the run. It was by far the worst run.
Kind of a good thing then. That you don't have to do it like the again. I actually think Miasma Priest is the biggest problem. I will say it. I do not like the Miasma Priest. It's not a hard boss, but it's a very RNG intensive boss.
Yeah, I find Fiend to be more obnoxious. The thing about Priest is just how, as you say, RNG the parry is. The fact you get an impair with the stun damage percent multiplier increase as well. That's like such a big deal. You know, you can decibel ultimate right out of a parry and benefit from that bonus and things like that. So it's annoying that they made the moveset so it rewards you so much for getting parries and punishes you so much for not getting them. Heck, even with the performance points. And I think that's the problem with Priest. But fundamentally, the way the fight plays, I think, is interesting. I think the resources line up well when the miasmic shield breaks and whatnot. It's just that they really pigeonhole you into a specific playstyle, and that I don't like. Whereas Fiend is just, well, hopefully you don't get the little charge talisman attack, otherwise you're about to restart. I think Fiend is worse in that regard. But all of these recent bosses have been very obnoxious in some way or another. We need more Typhons, to be honest. Call me boring, but we need more
Real
Typhons.
Typhon? Okay, look.
I want more Pompeys. Just fuck Typhon. More Pompeys.
No more Typhons. No more Typhons.
What do you mean? I love Typhon.
People like him because he's the easy boss.
Typhon
when he
is-
becomes hard, you're not gonna like him
it's
so
not
much.
because he's easy. It's because he's consistent. Like, you know, you come back from a long day at work, you sit down, and Typhon is there waiting for you, and you know what he's gonna do. He's always
Yeah,
gonna do
and-
the same
Nah,
thing. It's nice
I-
and comforting.
Yeah, and every single day I
relaxing.
just wanna just not play Zenless.
You know what we
Nah,
call that? Boring.
I'm gonna be real.
Because I think
They never should have removed
Nah.
the assist point requirement from Typhon.
yeah, I'm gonna
I
be
think
real.
that's fair.
Yo, Leno, I'm gonna be real,
I can
brother.
agree with this.
I disagree. I think that
I also
take-
dislike how uninteractive Typhon is when
Yeah.
it's not doing the mechanic because it disables all of your moves.
Yeah.
Besides quick assist. It's quite frustrating that you just kind of are waiting for it.
Typhon is so scripted to the point where it's boring. I don't like how scripted
Yeah.
it is. It's by far the most scripted fight.
It is. Yeah.
Like,
That's what I like about it, though, because it's
That's
all about your execution and your routing. So it's all on you. How well do you do? Whereas, you know, if you fight something like Corruption Complex or Notorious Butcher or something, it's like, well, you got a bad pattern, and that just kind of messes you up completely. And I guess if you're, this is a very, you know, try hard, sweaty perspective, because if you're just playing, oh, you know, let's just have a run and have some fun, it's not really a problem because you're just adapting to whatever happens. But if you're really pushing for like a kill or for the highest possible score, then there is an objectively best pattern that you can get, and then not getting that is usually grounds for like a restart. And I think that's what makes some of these bosses very frustrating.
yeah, but
But there is a minority opinion on
yeah,
that.
but Lynn, you know, you also have them runs when you're grinding for a kill, and everything will go wrong to your plan, right? But somehow your score is higher, and you're looking in the mirror like, what the fuck? You know that
Yeah,
happens
I mean,
sometimes.
We all have the
Yeah, you know
first
that
run
happens.
is the best run for at least 12 hours.
First run's always the
Yeah.
best run.
Always the best run. But then once you figure
That's
out,
just
it's
how
like,
the game works.
it's like a curse. You can't escape it.
I don't know. I like Pompey. Pompey best boss.
Pompey's alright, actually. I just think
Butcher-
I think
okay.
his
Butcher as
bike
well.
thing, it can be annoying, and especially now that we know how to skip it, it's doubly annoying. But at
Oh
the
yeah, I
very
mean,
least,
I agree
there
with
is-
that. It is annoying, the bike thing, and you can be sure I will never care about skipping that. Absolutely not. That is not worth the amount of effort.
I just saw it how it worked, but I never tried doing the donut skip.
Oh, good. Thank God. Let's not normalize getting the skip, guys. I'd rather not.
Yeah, please.
It just requires really specific anomaly build up and staggers, which are semi-dependent on getting the right defensive assists. It's not pleasant.
Okay,
Definitely
actually,
not
there's
Other than that,
one-
though, great boss.
There's one guy in chat who actually brings up a good point. I fucking hate Typhon for one reason, and that is getting random anomaly triggers. I remember watching Kete just like not too long ago. He was not very pleasant, pleased with his shocks.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. Wait, I have the clip. I know what you're talking about. Oh god, that
It
was
was
not
like-
fun.
I cannot do anything right now. I
Dude,
essentially
it
have
was
to go AFK.
it was bullshit. I had to just dodge and do nothing. I couldn't dodge counter because my whole team was electric and he had 99 anomaly app. If I did anything, he would get shocked and reset and fuck over everything. It's such bullshit. It's
Bruh.
like, bruh,
To check
here,
the too, because I think he has some ways of playing like the whole mono shot comp against
Here.
Typhon that work. pretty
here,
well.
here's the fucking clip. If you want to play it, it's fucking bullshit, man.
Where is it? Don't shock.
It's certainly something. I don't know.
Almost a little bit part of how the whole Typhon fight plays out, right? Because he will always do the same thing, and your build-up will more or less always be the same. So you can route the fight around that build-up, right? So it's one of these fights that gets better the more you do, because then you become more and more familiar with how he plays. So I think I'm in the minority here, or the not popular opinion, but yeah, Typhon's my favorite boss.
Typhon's your guy.
And he is also the only fake boss in Deadly Assault as well.
What do you mean
For now.
Every single
Assuming
boss is
they.
like Rainbow.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the only one with like a blue card, like a little blue backdrop. So if you check all the different Deadly Assault bosses, they are like 4-star monsters, right? They are end game, shall we say, like bosses.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Typhon is a 3-star monster that's kind of evolved to his red Deadly Assault form. So he's the odd one out in that way. He's punching above his weight, you know.
Technically, yeah.
I just watched the clip that Kate sent. That was funny.
How do we feel about?
It was a really good clip.
How do we feel about the HP increases?
It's really hard to get a real read on because they're definitely trying to make the game harder. And
Okay.
That's a choice that I do have to respect to some extent.
Okay. Yeah, but
Hmm.
Jay Stern. So I was talking to Fish, and he was telling me that it's not
Have you
that.
seen him? I haven't seen him for a few days.
Oh, he's on vacation.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on vacation. He'll be back soon. But I was talking to him right before he left for vacation because we got the new numbers for DA health in 2.3. And I was asking him, how much harder is it actually gonna make it to get 20k? Because from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, the
You only
boss's
have to
health.
get 15k damage score.
No,
And the
no,
boss health scales non-linearly.
yeah. Like the more health you take from him, the tankier they get, right?
Yes.
Yes. So like the first health bars are actually lower HP than the last health bars.
I would say they're probably going because of you only need 75% of the score to get 20k. I'm gonna say that should be about 20% more difficult.
20%. Okay.
That's what I would probably be comfortable saying.
Wait, what
Gotcha.
was
So-
that for?
I did a little bit of research yesterday, and by a little bit of research, I mean I literally just made a random post on YouTube. Currently, 22% of the people who voted, out of around 2,000 people, are not able to clear Deadly Assault anymore.
9 star.
Like clear,
Define
that
clear,
means-
Because
yeah.
technically you get
No,
You only need
I mean,
6.
yeah, 9-star, but
I don't like
for
the technically you need 6 argument though, because it's like, well, it's almost like that little
You need
completionist push. You know, it's like, but it's not. They haven't completed it. They haven't cleared everything.
well. What I would say is for now. It's you don't want to be happy you got 6 stars. You want to be shooting past it because that means you can do better in the future.
Right.
Because I mean, it's just like the whole 6-star argument. It's
Yeah.
like, well, even with 6 stars, the amount of polychromes you get is such a pathetic amount that you could get that by just like logging in 1 extra day.
Sure.
Oh,
But I
log in
mean,
1 day, too bad. That's your Deadly Assault rewards.
it's
Gone.
the trajectory, right? Which is kind of the problem, because if they just continue increasing it by like 20% every patch now, then you have like half of the people who are not being able to actually even get 6 stars anymore. Because you're also raising the baseline.
Baseline.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
sure,
my
it
God,
gets
that's like a
harder
trigger
to
word.
reach like Yeah, but I mean, it gets harder to just reach like the 14,000 points because you need
yes.
to do more damage, and that's inherently, I think it can be a problem. I mean, it depends obviously on how everything is balanced, whatever. But
I mean, to be honest, like it's a weird one because it's very much dependent on expectations that they set when Deadly Assault first came out, right? Because I remember when Deadly Assault first came out, and I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be one of those like PGR Warzone equivalent, right? You just fight enemies for like 3 minutes, and whatever score you get at the end is going to be your ultimate score. So I was thinking, you just make the boss unkillable. You just keep pushing for the high, unlimited score, right? It's as far as you can push, and that's gonna be the limit. But then they decided for some reason to, well, make the bosses killable. And that kind of sets an expectation, right? Especially since for so long we have been able to kill bosses with relatively, I wouldn't say low levels of investment, but you do need like very geared units. But there are many different bosses that can be defeated by comps that did not necessarily need mindscapes, or could at the very least exchange kind of vengeance for mindscapes, baseline trigger word with Astra and whatnot. But now they're just moving things in such a direction where HP is getting so big that you are not going to be able to manage kills without mindscapes, and that is the case right now. You know, even with like M2 Seed, killing Defiler is very, very difficult. You need like M2 Astra and M2 Seed or something if you're talking about like costs, for example.
Question,
so they are
though.
moving in the direction where score. Sorry, I know you tried to interrupt. I just finished this thought.
No,
I
that's
think they're
fine.
moving in the score, or in the direction where they are making things to be more tailored towards, okay, what is the highest score that you can get, as opposed to whether you can kill the boss. But it's just that they have set an expectation of, well, bosses can be killed, and we are in the transition period where that seems to no longer be true. And whether that's good, whether that's bad, I think that's its own discussion. But
One,
it's
I
just
want to
how
go
they
out of my
Question I
way
have.
to
Oh no,
kind of dispel
go.
this because I feel very strongly about it.
the spell once.
Cost is fundamentally misleading. Gearing matters a lot more
Yes.
and should be stated.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
The other thing is that it is impossible to maintain a consistently optimal cost account as they release new supports.
Exactly.
And especially since DPS mindscapes are as good as they are right now, I specifically want to call out Alice. So it is much more imperative to actually say what is being played.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean say what is being played?
So like M1 Astra.
Oh, as opposed to, oh, this is X cost. No, I mean, I agree.
Yes.
That's always been the case, though, because some mindscapes are
I think
way
it's
better than others.
incredibly misleading because also a lot of the A rank engines and A rank characters are literally better than S ranks. Trigger is
my
always worse than Nicole on Typhon Destroyer as a great example.
Yeah.
Another
Even-
example,
yeah.
Astra's best in slot engine is the Game Ball. It is not an S rank engine, it is the Game Ball.
Mhm.
And in a lot of cases, Yuzuwa's best engine is Weeping Gemini, not the Metanuki Morphosis. Not Weeping Gemini, Weeping Cradle.
Yeah. About
Yeah.
to say what?
So you are these are things that lower cost, but they're literally optimal. You're being entirely misleading.
Exactly. Exactly.
that is
Because what a 5 cost GN 1.1 team is not the same as a 5 cost Ishwin 2.3 team with Lucia. That shit is not the same, bro. It's
At that point, that's just kind of character
like-
power creep.
like,
right?
bro.
It's-
Well, it's not just about the character power creep. To do a kill with Isen this rotation, you need M2 on Isen, at least M1 on Astra, and M1 on Jufufu. As I understand, that is what is required to kill with Isha in this rotation. Next update, that won't be the case, and you can never go back on Mindscapes. So the line only go up.
But I think in a way that is almost part of what makes the problem, right? Because previously you wouldn't need to be too specific about cost batting in that regard, right? You can
It's
check
always
a roughly like
misleading.
M0P1 team with
Hey.
all units,
Hey guys.
and that would still
Hey,
get very
guys.
good scores.
Hey guys, quickly, I just want to say, Gamer was trying to interrupt a while ago, and we kind of just like moved past him. He was trying to say something.
The conversation's moved on. It doesn't matter now. Carry on.
No, you were trying to say something, bro, for the longest time.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter
Yes,
now.
it does. What the fuck were you saying?
I literally, it's gone.
Just
It's out of my
shut
head.
the
It's out of
fuck
my
up
brain.
and talk.
No.
My God.
I do remember. It doesn't matter now. The conversation has moved on.
How
to
does it
something
not
else.
matter?
Well, in conversation, things come to you, things go from you. You know, you got to let things go because otherwise you're bringing it back to a point that now doesn't matter. Because a conversation has moved on. You guys are now talking about something else. So if I now say,
Hey,
did
how do
they
you
ever
guys feel
even
about the
mean to kill
monetizing
following the
decibel
mindscape?
generation?
Then it doesn't even matter.
Right, how do you guys feel about monetizing decibel generation?
What a
Do you
way
think
to
they should
shift
do
the
that? Do you think
conversation.
it's a mistake or
Oh,
a good
yeah.
idea for the game?
No, I think that's a good idea.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think it's a horrible
It's
idea.
a massive.
I think
Yeah, it
no
is.
character should be designed with the option to get extra decibels for more money.
No, I think that's a
I
fantastic
think that's
idea.
the worst idea ever. Characters should just be functional. They
Oh.
should.
No.
Are you talking about Lucia's M1?
We're not allowed to mention.
Can
that.
Oh. I mean, I didn't say that.
what are we talking about?
I didn't say that.
How?
Average
what-
luck gamer, you
I-
wanted to
I-
interrupt, right?
I think perhaps a better point of reference here would be Seed's M4, right? Which
Yeah.
is.
Oh
as the
yeah, we're
generation
talking about seats and
increases by
4,
10%.
right?
Yes, we can't talk about
Uh,
that.
Right.
Although I think this is almost just an extension of other things, like pretty much every anomaly agent's signature weapon completely changing how they play because of extra anomaly generation. Playing Vivian with her signature and without her signature feels like a different character. And I think I don't like them monetizing her playstyle changes. If they monetize numbers, like just, oh, you do more damage, we have, more flashy stuff happening on your screen, that's great, sweet. But when you feel like you need something to be able to do a specific rotation, that I don't like.
I think specifically monetizing decibel generation is a mistake because characters should really just be designed to be able to use their ults. And it's really important for characters to be able to use their ults.
I agree.
I mean, yes, but they
Yeah.
also monetize decibel. Like you have monetized decibel generation with Jufufu's existence in that regard, right? So
Jufufu
technically, you can
does that
always
at
do
M0.
with character interactions.
She doesn't
Yes.
require something to do that.
Because just the
Jufufu will just
character as
always
she
do
is.
that.
But I think
So it's not really the
same.
same thing.
I think it's just beyond decibels. It's anomaly generation, anomaly application. I think is also a very big deal. Anything that changes the way you play a character to a significant extent, I think is problematic. Even the ones that may seem
It's not
Genesis?
changing the way you play the character. It's literally in how the character wants to be played.
Mm-hmm.
In this case,
I don't feel like I follow. Because well, aren't they technically the same thing? Well, how you play the character,
No.
and how the character.
because the
Must be
characters are
played.
designed to be played a certain way.
Yeah.
There's a design intention. A constellation, a mindscape, slightly changing that. It's not as much of a problem as that being literally, as the character debatably not being functional without it.
Well, yeah, but I think that's a stretch. Like I don't think Seed is not functional without her M4, for example. So I don't think we've gotten to that point yet. Although I feel like we have almost gotten to that point with anomaly agents and some of their engines. Which is why I make the comparison between them. Right? I don't want it to go in that direction.
I think we can wish for that, and I do agree, Leno. I would rather they just, numbers from Mindscapes, and the character still plays the same. But they've shown that they're very willing to make characters play differently with the more Mindscapes you get.
Absolutely.
And I think the reality is that we kind of just have to accept that that's something that's going to happen. M2 Yishuan,
Yeah.
M2 Yuzuha, you kind of just play them you can play them completely differently almost.
Goes back all the way to 1.0, like with the M1
Yeah.
GUN, for example. Completely different rotations as well. So
Yeah.
M1
It is
Yusan
unfortunate.
is kind of undebatably a bad mindscape though.
Yes. In most situations.
What, for most characters?
M1.
Not Isa, Jian.
Yeah, Gia.
And
Oh,
Isa
yeah,
too,
sure.
technically. That ult up front is really good for farming, but doesn't really do much. But that's besides the point. 10% crit rate, let's go.
Love my static mindscapes. That's the way it should be. Actually, there's some like thinking even about like the super whale mindscapes, right? Like, oh, you go for an M6, which surprisingly, M6s in this game are usually pretty not good, actually. Which in a way,
The better ones
It's-
are 30%.
yeah, it's a big difference. It's
Yeah.
the difference between M6 Miyabi, for example, and well, like M6 Slider, right? They
Oh yeah, support M6s
significantly
are
difference.
support M6s have almost all consistently been personal damage focused, which I actually like because
Yeah,
usually
I
when
agree.
people M6s
Yep.
support, they want to play a silly little meme build, or they want to play them as a DPS.
It doesn't
think the-
fundamentally alter
Yeah,
the
but-
playstyle, but it lets you play them in different ways.
I
The
don't.
most interesting M6 so far has been Vivian, because essentially her M6 doesn't matter as much as the M6 of other characters.
Sorry, which character?
Yeah, sorry. I missed that.
Vivian,
Oh, Vivian.
Oh.
yeah, it's like her M6 is really good if your other characters are also M2 plus whatever. I think it's really interesting.
Can't
So
remember what
I-
it does. I'm looking
I
it up.
actually did.
It lets you nuke. So
That's-
it uses up all the feathers that you have in like a single
Yeah.
nuke.
That's actually funny.
Oh, that's a pretty big change, to be fair.
Yeah, that's actually funny though, because last night I did a tier list just for like M6 only, like just the Mindscape M6. So like I wasn't factoring in M1 through M5, just like the M6 on their own for every limited agent in the game. So like
That's
how
technically
how good,
40%,
yeah, how good
and that's the only one at 40.
was their M6s, and so I did a tier list that had S, A, B, and F. And the only stunner that I
Big
had,
jump.
the only stunner I had really high. I don't know if I don't know if people know, but like they don't make stunners M6 like Chingy anymore. Her M6 is so good.
It's really
It's
good.
so good.
Yeah.
They don't make stunners.
Disgustingly good.
It's like they looked at Chingy and were like, "Oh, we fucked up." And like every stunner after her, they just said, "Yeah, no, we're not making their M6 like that anymore." I just realized
Actually, I
that.
think- Yeah, because M6 is pretty damn busted. Man. Even like the whole interrupt level thing, even beyond just the numbers. The fact you just interrupt whatever, get to deal your full rotations. I was thinking, even in DPS where we have like Evelyn's M6, which correct me if I'm wrong, is not all that good.
It's
His
quite
M6
bad.
is
Yeah.
it's pretty trash.
Yeah, it's and I still love it. It's just like some little flashy like wires that
Got a
appear.
sound
It's like,
effect.
"Ooh, wow, it's like
Wait. How many
Definitely impressive.
Evelyn M6
That's what
happers
should
do we
be.
have on this call?
Not many,
we
but
actually
I
have a
have.
significant amount. I think we actually have.
Actually,
I
you
think
have
we
two.
have like 3 nickels.
Oh, you do.
right?
Wait, there's 3. Wait, I forgot.
Yeah, that's
Riv has
so
M6.
weird.
I forgot. Riv has M6. Yeah. And then I always
Yeah.
talk to Sonta who has M6. I kind of like. I don't know. Okay, you give me your opinion on this, guys. Because for me personally, I kind of like how Evelyn's mindscapes are designed. I don't know if anyone follows speedrunning, but Evelyn's a very, very good speedrunning character. It's like all of her mindscapes together. Like when they work together, they're like, she's just like an incredible character. But like they're not necessarily one mindscape that's like overpowered on its own. I kind of like that.
It's a lot of like 8% increases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The neat thing about her M6 is it increases her basic attack damage. The reason it doesn't, or just isn't good on paper, is because you're not using her basic attacks when you're doing most of your damage.
Mhm.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Wait, can everybody list their favorite Mindscape?
Oh my!
Everybody's
Mindscape.
favorite
Oh my
mindscape. It's
God.
definitely
Multiple content
Ishwin.
soon, but
It's definitely Ishwin M1 because getting 4-second clears on drive disc farming is so
Yeah,
is
that's
so
actually
quality
You
of
can do that with Miyabi M2.
trigger
yeah.
based.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one more mindscape.
oh, I know my favorite Mindscape, Nicole M4.
Bro,
That's my
nice.
Or it's the size of the ball one.
Damn right, that's the one. Gathering up mobs
I
in
can't
Shiyu. I still have
believe it.
PTSD from like early Shiyu days. Nicole
Size
M4 was
of
my
the
savior.
ball.
Nicole M4, she just keeps on winning. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you mind if I add a topic, Riv?
No,
There's
I
no
don't.
topic
We need to move
list.
to relatable
Since
content.
Since we're talking about-
If there's a topic list,
Sin-
no one sent it to me.
since we're talking about like mindscapes and stuff right now, I actually think it would be cool if we like talked about, because I have a lot of people who come to stream every now and then and say, should I vertically invest as free to play or low spender, or should I keep like
The answer is no,
horizontally?
power creep is too rapid.
Should
Yeah,
I?
no.
It's almost
Next
always.
topic.
So just never
Answer
vertically
that.
invest, in your opinion?
Only do
Like-
it if you like the character.
Very
Performance is temporary. You're stuck with the character forever if you don't like them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure someone asked me like before this call, like on stream, and I was like, no, because by the time like having the mindscape would matter to clear, you should have just pulled someone else.
Yep.
It's
Ninja-
always
It
a matter
really
of
is.
how
Characters
much
are
you like the
temporary.
character, though.
You need to make sure
Yeah,
you
don't
really
get
like
attached.
what you get.
Yeah, because
If you don't actually enjoy the character, then you're just griefing yourself.
yeah, I'm sure when idols come, this will be very divisive, right? It's like I'm sure some people are gonna like skip all idols, and other people are gonna be like, all right, all into idols. So it's one of those where ultimately vertical investment is fine if you really like the character. Otherwise, just variety is better.
I actually
Okay.
think the
Honestly,
most
I
interesting
might go
one...
all in into idols, just so you know, Lino.
Oh, we've got one.
Oh,
Rokudo is the best idol. I'm sorry.
which one's that?
Rokudo, is she the
Black
flail
hair.
girl?
Black hair with the flails. Yes.
Oh, that's her name?
Yeah, no,
First
actually.
place.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she has cool weapons. I want her just because of her weapons.
I can. Yeah, her animations will probably sell her on. Yeah, whether or not.
But was be our first ether stunner?
Ether stun. Ooh.
Lee,
Well, we'll get an ether stunner when Genshin gets a Hydro Claymore.
They're getting one. It's this
Ooh.
update.
Exactly.
It's literally next week.
So you didn't get what I was saying? Like, that's why I'm like soon. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
soon.
okay.
What was the robot girl? Was it Yutane?
Yes. That's
That's
correct.
the one. I might be interested. I'm not too into the idols, but if she's anything like Liv from Punishing Grey Raven, got like a magic-y thing going into it. Which
No, it's just gonna
Lucy
be
has kind of
Firefly
opened
again.
the floodgates now for magic-y stuff. Might be cool. Yeah, go on, Riv.
I don't really have anything to say, so...
Oh, okay. Let's piss some of the community off and make some of the community happy. Be completely honest. Who here likes Seed and who here dislikes Seed?
You know, I really like Seed as a character. Her story quest really gets you in the feels.
Mm-hmm.
Gameplay
I
wise,
haven't played that yet, so I
this
can't
ain't
comment.
it. This ain't,
Hmm.
this ain't it. Gameplay wise, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, same boat. I don't know about the character part yet, but I heard good stuff. But yeah, gameplay-wise, I think that there is optimization potential. Let's call it like that.
You mean she's gonna get
Yeah.
buffed?
I mean, Zambia is, so maybe
she's not the face of the game. Like, whoa. That's-
maybe
she's
they're
down the
gonna
list.
reveal next, you know, like, who fucking knows? They only said that Anby is currently going, you know, under some training. Maybe Seed is actually Anby, just in disguise, so they just plan on buffing Anby.
Oh my god, everyone is Ambi.
Yeah, at this point, definitely.
Yeah, I was talking about this at the start. I have a list of issues that I have with Seed. I think above all else, I have one singular complaint, and I'm sure you'll agree, Len. You shouldn't have to hold basic to do the big punch.
I fully. Oh my god, I'm so glad you mentioned.
Yes.
That. Holy shit.
If they
It's-
do nothing,
Yes,
just if they touch
yes.
nothing else about this character, just make her automatically do the goddamn slam. Why do I need to wait?
I don't know. I don't think it's the automatic because there's many times, if anything, it's the opposite. My problem is there are many times where I am close to max on steel charge, but I don't want to do the punch yet because I'm not quite ready to open up stun. But there is no distinction between click and hold. So every time I do the
Yes.
punch and I want to not go into the follow-up, I may do, okay, let me like the I have to condition myself to always do like a
Just
dodge or dash attack
You know.
so that I can cancel out of it if I want to remain on seed. Whereas if it was just a hold input, it would be a lot easier because I would only ever go into the punch when I do the hold input. And that also ties in with her basic as well, right? Once you get 120 so charge, you can hold basic, and that puts you into the downfall follow-up. But it's like this weird thing where, well, you can hold basic to go into the punch, but then you click to get into the downfall. It's just so all over the place. Of course, these are things that you get used to after playing the character for a while, but it does make your first experience with the character feel a little clunky. It doesn't feel particularly good. And it's
Yep, I
also
would
made
agree.
a little bit worse by the fact that she has like this whole manual chain problem where the punch triggers stuns before you go into downfall. So
I just
gonna
want
have
to
to end
switch
up
off.
holding it.
That's all I want to do. I just want to do the punch. I just want to do the punch, and then I want to swap off. And the fact that you need to hold it a little longer, but also you don't want to hold it too long. If you don't hold it long enough, she just won't do the attack.
yeah.
It's so frustrating when she just
Yeah.
doesn't do the punch.
So do we regret pulling her?
No.
So
I still didn't pull her, but I'm planning to. I just
Look, let's not
need
pretend
trigger
like
first.
she isn't getting buffed in the second half of the update by Orpheus release.
oh yeah, I think generally
Yeah.
as a character in terms of performance she is fine. I just think she feels horrible to play compared to most other characters.
I don't know how fine her performance is. It's the Defiler, the new boss. It's a specifically very hard boss. Everyone struggles with it. But Seed has the biggest advantage possible. She has the special tailor-made buff. It's Electric Week. It's mostly that she has the special tailor-made buff that gives her an extra 20 damage bonus than other attack teams on the boss. And she just maybe might not be as dominant as she probably should be in these conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the question is always, what do we prefer? Do we want the characters to just always top the last one? Do we just want C to be better than Sanbi and Yanagi and Harumasa and
When they specifically make targeted content like this, yes, it's a really bad sign when the character isn't the best at their specifically targeted content.
I'm not sure I vibe with that. I think it's okay to make the character good at their targeted content with, say, like a shield buff.
Yeah.
But I mean, we already see that if you try and like do Yishuan, play Yishuan without her shield buff, well, it's a very different experience.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
Yi Sen is real bad right now.
And that's the thing, right? It's not like Yishuan's a bad character. If anything, you
Yes.
think she was very well handled as a Void Hunter level character. She was not like break the whole game, busted, universally great for every single content. She did incredibly strong at her boss, and even at other bosses like Marinette or UCC and whatnot. If she had a shield buff, but now that her shield buff is rotated out, then they can kind of push and shield other characters, and I think that's pretty cool, right? It's nice that they are. I don't like it when they make fights be specifically tailored only to a specific character, or when they make a character be like super busted by itself, and they use that as a way to sell the character.
Well, Yi
Like,
Sen
they
is
can use buffs to bring characters up to par.
Yi Sen is
How
probably
bad
the
is
best
Seed without her
ex-
buff? Have we? What's the difference? Like, because that buff is crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit difficult because
The Yi Sen buffs are technically better, but Yi Sen is an example of a character who was put on a platform because of effectively artificial influence in the form of those buffs, and now that they aren't here, you're seeing a really dramatic performance decrease.
Are you saying she's not Void Hunter level?
She's literally not. She never was.
quote unquote Void Hunter.
Void Hunter level?
But here's the thing: Miyabi isn't as good as people think Miyabi is. How's Miyabi doing right now?
Ooh.
I mean, to be honest,
How you play Miyabi this rotation?
specifically for a given? It's taken a very long time for her to get to this point, because even on bosses that she normally wouldn't have done well in, she could still do incredibly well in. So it's only because they have actively gone out of their way to make anti-Miyabi content.
What
in that
I'm
regard. They're specifically trying to hold her back, which also has the unfortunate effect of messing with other characters. Like, well, too bad if you like Hugo.
R.I.P.
You're in
Hugo.
a bit of a
It's so rough.
pinch. Yeah.
Oh God.
So,
Uh,
she-
there will be more Ice
Because
Week.
when it
There will
comes
be
to
more
character
Ice Week
envy
bosses.
balancing.
But
But they won't be Miyabi compatible because they will specifically make it in such a way that it punishes Miyabi, as they have been doing with recent bosses.
Yeah, I wonder if we're getting an ice DPS next
but
patch.
yes,
That would be crazy.
the point that I was making is Isen is not a game-changingly powerful character currently.
I agree. That's also the point that I made. And that's
yeah.
good. I think that's a great thing. I think it was done. She was handled in a very good way.
Yeah,
Because
and
it's not
she
like she
had
was weak.
she had every advantage, and she performed as well as she did because of it. She got her own boss. She had exceptionally good buffs. It increased her damage by over 80%. Seed theoretically has some of that right now, and she hitting the same height.
Same height as in
Is
what?
what I'm
She
trying
is
to
with
say.
the buffs hitting the same height as each one without her buffs?
No, not quite.
She's hitting a little lower.
Definitely not that far.
Yeah, because it doesn't
That
also
would-
feel like she's
that
hitting
would
the
be a
same
mistake.
height as each one with her buffs, because, well,
Yes, that's what I'm
did feel
saying.
decidedly better.
Seed should probably be a little better than she currently is.
Okay,
That's
well,
all I am saying. She might
Can
be
we-
a little underpowered.
with that talk then, Jay Stern, can we transition to Orphe? Do you think Orphe is going to make a big difference for Seed or not?
I think Orphe will make a big difference for a more casual player. What Orphe does as a primarily off-field character is encourages people to keep Seed on field, which is probably the single biggest thing between the best Seed gameplay and the worst, which is Seed is not really a support. She's a DPS. She's a pretty domineering DPS. Where the ideal form of her gameplay is to always have Seed doing damage, and when Seed is in an animation, you can the other character sometimes. Feel free to disagree, Lynn, but at a base level, Orphe encourages this gameplay, which will make most players' Seeds perform much better.
Contractually, I do not comment until a few weeks' time. I think that's,
Well, you can talk
that's
about
my
Seed as she is now.
Oh, I see that can. Yeah, I just can't really.
We can also talk about Orphe because she's literally in the game.
She is literally in the game. You
Mhm.
can't fully talk about Orphe.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
she
Oh, that's
played
true.
Story.
She's playable in the
Just
event
playable on the
and
story. Of the
Yeah.
story, yeah.
And you can look at all her
Sweet.
stuff.
Nice.
All her
So,
stuff.
yes, you can talk about Orphe.
Okay.
Yes, Orphe will be buffing Seed. The super min-maxed may not get the result they're looking for, but she does buff Seed.
Oh, I see.
It's an interesting situation. I actually think Orphe is done in a really nice way, because I think there's been a long-standing problem with this game where they make characters as package deals, and I don't really like that. It's like if you get a character, you need to get another, right? It's like, oh, you get Hugo, you need to get lighter. No, Evelyn, you need lighter. Sandy, you kind of want trigger, right? There's like these.
I think some are much worse than others.
Oh, fully agree.
You can argue that Trigger is not a very good character. You can also argue that Hugo is literally unplayable without lighter.
Fair enough.
That's not an exaggeration either.
It's a significant difference. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's a character that's essentially. It's almost like they looked at everything that Lyta does, and then they decided to design Hugo in such a way that it just fits perfectly.
I
From the
will-
double stunner to the stun
And
extension to
then
everything.
for Evelyn, there's a set of people who will
Yeah.
vehemently argue that Lighter is worse than Nicole in a lot of cases, especially without his engine. I don't necessarily agree, but I do understand their argument at least.
I will
forever
never
be
forget
strong.
the eye opener. The first time I had an eye opener for Hugo was on someone's account. We were clearing the Shiyu. I was doing Lycon trigger because no lighter. It was a 34 sub Hugo, so it wasn't bad by no means. He had his signature, had Hormone Punk. And when I did that first totalize, I was like, oh my god, we missed crit, chat. That's unfortunate. And just a stun again. And my whole chat blew fuck up. That was a crit, Kete.
That was the crit.
That was a crit. You didn't miss crit.
Oh my
that was the
gosh.
crit. And I was like, you're fucking lying. I paused the Shiyu. I went to my stream on stream. Like I went to my stream on stream, rewinded that shit. It's like, there's no way you niggas are, you're telling the truth right now. And when I saw that number and it was a crit, Oh dear
my
God, bro.
God.
I was. Oh dear God. Oh my God, bro. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Fair enough.
I mean, this is why I decided to pull lighter first, and then I spent the rest of my pulls on Hugo, which sadly I couldn't get it. So it is what it is.
Very fortunately, though, people who like Hugo are also likely to like lighter. So,
Right.
and they also were sold at the exact same time. I think that's probably one of the better ways to handle that dependency.
It is, yeah.
but it does
either way,
feel kind of bad.
It is still, you
Yeah.
know, it's almost like the whole argument where you're pulling escape, right? Where it's like, well, you now have to save up for two characters in the same banner. But AOG, I think you're going to say something, right?
No.
Oh, sorry. Thought I heard something. But I think Orphe, since we can talk about her kit, she has done it in an interesting way where she seems like she'd be very good to Seeds, but they're not compatible perfectly. Right? It's like, well, Seed's buff is not going to apply to her aftershocks because
She buffs
she's not the
Anby
active
more
character.
than Seed.
Mhm.
Technically, yes.
So, I mean, which characters can you play in the Orphe story?
Orphe Trigger Seed.
Orphe Trigger Seed.
This is the trial team.
So there's one funny part about her. It seems like there is a very good chance that she might not even do a single special if played with Seed.
Wait, explain.
Sorry, I don't follow.
What?
What do you
Explain.
mean? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, she generates so much energy that she is literally not able to cast a normal special, and she will only cast her EX specials.
Okay.
Oh, right, I see.
What's the problem?
Depends on what you're looking for. It's just a very interesting way of balancing her, I think. Because essentially, let's assume that is the case. It is actually kind of nice because you have the buffs which you get from Orphe
Mm-hmm.
and which you share zwischen Zambi and Orphe. But on the other hand, you also have like the much higher personal damage from essentially just the existence. How is it called?
Yeah,
Missing
I'm
the
gonna be
words
real.
here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think what you're trying to say is
So Seed
because
funnels.
I think what you're trying to say is because Seed generates energy, or if he does more damage than she does in other teams.
Yesn't. So essentially, the thing is that
Yes.
you will,
Yes.
you know, every 5 seconds, every 5 seconds, she can cast her special, right?
Mm-hmm.
In theory.
Yes.
In practice, she will generate so much energy in a Seed team that she will not ever cast a special. She will only cast her EX specials.
That is literally only a good thing. It makes her do more damage.
Yeah, that's good.
So
That's
yes,
cool.
that is cool. But because she doesn't have the aftershock buff, which she can give, I mean, she gives the buff to Seed, but I mean, Seed doesn't have aftershocks, so inherently, the damage which she provides to Seed is lower than what she provides to Zambi, but her personal damage is higher due to this additional energy funneling.
I
And
don't
if you play
actually
her
know
with,
if that's true. Ambi gives like 80 to 100 crit damage.
oh yeah, but she now does not only cast on the X specials, but only half as many. So
What?
her damage
no,
itself is
the interval
balanced
is
by
still
this.
5 seconds. What are you talking about?
Yes, exactly. The fuck? Every 5 seconds, if she casts either a special or an EX special, if she has enough energy. If you
What-
play with Zambi, she will
Yes.
cast special, EX special, special, EX special. So every second one will be EX special, and the first and odd ones are gonna be the special.
Is there any way so one of you can like break this down in like Razor language? Because I'm gonna
Yeah,
be so
He's
re-
saying
I-
Orphe
because I'm-
fundamentally does
I'm
more
lost in
damage
this
with
Okay.
Seed than with Anby, or
No,
than any other team, which is
So-
technically correct.
So,
but that
do
is
you-
such a non-issue.
I mean, no, it's not. I think it's a really interesting part of balancing her. That's my entire point.
Was it that
I
you were
don't
trying to say
understand
that
the
she's
point.
the Zambi Orphe comparison is like nowhere near as good as the Seed Orphe? Is that what we were saying?
Can you guys see my screen right now?
No,
Are you sharing on
Not
Discord?
yet.
I
Let me
Yeah.
see if I
Are
can
you trying to
maybe
say there
understand.
are
I do think
other
there's a
advantages that
comparison-
aren't as obvious.
So I'm
Oh.
sharing my screen. So essentially, what happens
Oh,
if
shit.
you play with Sambi, these are gonna be your damage MV. You know, it's just special, EX special, special, EX special, special, EX special. If you play with Seed, it's just gonna be this. Just
Okay.
EX special. However,
Yes.
the thing is, with Sambi, you do get like 80 to 100% crit damage. So while your MV are lower, you get the buffs from Sambi. So this one evens out with this
You
one.
get buffs. You get buffs from Seed, and I think Seed's buffs are technically better. So you are generally just doing more damage with Seed than you are with Ambi.
Yeah,
But Orphe is increasing Ambi's damage more. I still don't really understand what you're trying to say.
I think it's a really interesting way of balancing her, because if you would not have this part, this would just be completely broken. But because Seed doesn't have aftershocks and Sambi gives like 80 to 100% crit damage, this essentially just balances out that, well, that it just essentially is just good, you know? That's my point. It's not like you need Seed for Orphe to be good, but you can also play her, for
Yes.
example, with Sambi.
She's good with
However, yeah, but if you
Got
try
it.
this one, you're probably just fucking cooked.
I mean, I'm sorry. I love you, Rivenus. Crit Bernice was always bad.
Sorry, what is
This
it?
is a better S rank Crit Bernice.
Oh yeah,
in those
100%.
use
I agree.
cases.
I agree.
I love you, man, but I'm sorry.
I
This
100%
came out
agree.
of nowhere.
The way that I read this is that it's not necessarily. I don't think Rivenus is making, correct me if I'm wrong here, a comparison like, oh, this is better, this is worse. It's just an observation. It's like,
Yeah.
this is neat.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Which,
just an observation.
Which I fully agree with, because, well, that's the point. They make characters, or they have been making characters as package characters. But Orphe is unique in a way that, yes, she is a package character for Seed, because they have unique synergy with the energy generation. But at the same time, well, they're not really package characters, because, well, Seed's buff doesn't apply to Orphe's burst, or to Orphe's damage, right, while she's doing aftershocks. And Orphe isn't going to be buffing Seed's aftershocks, as well. Seed has no aftershocks. So it's a way where you can have a quote-unquote package character that have that work for multiple teams. And as we get a bigger and bigger cast of characters, I think this is a much better way of doing balancing in some way, or creating these package deals for characters, because now you can get something that is compatible with a lot of different characters. And in a way
Okay.
that
Thank you.
you're not
Thank you
fitting
for
everything to
taking what I
100%
wanted to say.
synergistic. Right. It's not 100% synergistic, and that's good. It is like
Okay.
50%, but it's 50% with lots of different characters, and that's a much better way of handling things.
Well, how do we
At least
feel
that's my
about
take.
the packages being premium? And it feels like packages are seeming to come in pairs of 2 at the moment, most of the time. But do we think it'll get normalized to be 3?
I was on call with Jay Stern last week, and I think he said it pretty well. I think you were saying, Jay Stern, that you would hope that they would just release better A rank. So like he said, if Orphe was the same character but just an A rank, it would have been much healthier for the game, because it would have been easier to get her for a lot of people who pulled Seed, and she could have literally just stayed as the same character, same kit, and it would just been very healthy for the game to make
So-
more good A ranks.
The point was that
Honestly,
is
if
Orphe
Orphe was
is
an
a
A rank,
super
I'd buy a
niche.
full Seed.
The point that I wanted to make by that is Orphe is a super niche character. She benefits Seed and Anby, and she can be played as a DPS. And that's about it.
That seems relatively versatile, if considering how, well, supports, if you're like Astra use her, for example, well, they're just plainly broken. They just, support feels like a must pull in this game. I guess, well, what else? would I like to
Orphe
do?
is
I
a
suppose
support that
a
is useful on
generalist.
fewer teams than other supports.
Oh yeah, but supports are.
And
Guess
as you were
that's a tough
saying, the
question.
synergy isn't 100% perfect. I think mechanically, Orphe could be an A rank with this kit exactly as it is. And it would honestly be more of a benefit, because one of the biggest problems with quote unquote premium teams is just a lack of A rank options. One of the best things about Isen is she has A rank options. That's literally one of the things that makes Isen as good as she is. Pulchra and Pinion, who are incredible for her. And other characters don't have that luxury, but they would like to.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I'd love to get more good A ranks. I wish we had more Nikos in this game. I just don't
They are
think we're
never
to
gonna
get
do
them,
that
unfortunately.
again.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, buddy.
It's a wish, I suppose. I just
A-rank?
don't see it happening, although I really wish it would happen.
A rank and 4-star characters can be really good, and they can be really niche, and they can be really strong in niches. Or they could just make them generalists and make them bad, which is probably the worst case scenario. And what else would I say? A ranks also work as a catch-up option in the way A rank DPSs work. This is something that we used to see in Honkai Star Rail, where they would release a 4-star that is just a version of an older 5-star, arguably a better version of an older 5-star, in Gallagher and Mose. What's his name? Yeah, and I think there's another one. Whatever. March. Yeah, but not March.
Are we saying that's what we want?
Yeah, you kind of do want good A ranks. They're a really important onboarding tool.
Yeah, no, I agree, but like, you're probably gonna piss off a portion of the player base that really loved, I don't know, whatever character it was that they replaced. You know, if they're better than the 5-star version.
Yes, but there aren't a ton of Caesar fans left.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the hit here. Caesar is not a fucking champion. That shit should not exist anymore.
The king?
Oh, man, I love Caesar as a character, but that char is just so fucking trash nowadays. I'm sorry.
Bro, I feel
I'm a
like
bit
it's.
surprised that she hasn't gotten the revamp.
I feel like it's
yeah.
so
How do you
easy to
revamp
fix her.
Caesar though? She's so simple.
Just-
I have
Just
an
literally
idea.
make her
Very
buff
simple
apply
changes.
to everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that wouldn't be enough anymore.
Make her ult
Um,
not be bad.
You make her ult not be
Much of it got
bad.
ruined by decibel changes.
And you'd have to make her do a lot of damage on defensive assist follow-up. Like, a lot of damage on defensive assist follow-up.
Wait,
Because her problems are, her buff isn't good enough. She only buffs one character, and she doesn't do any damage.
Oh, these are all things
Yeah.
that could be fixed with revamp, right? I guess the sky's
Right.
the limit with what they could do there.
Well,
It's more take a previous character who is underperforming, and well, give them the tools to perform to a reasonable level.
How
That's
much
what they
is-
did with Ellen? It didn't make Ellen, like meta defining. She's gonna be better than Hugo, but it made her fun and interesting and well, way more relevant to be played in teams. I think that's something they could be doing for a character like Caesar.
I think one of the things that they might find problematic is ideally a buff doesn't change the identity of the character and how they are played. For Caesar, she mostly just needs numbers buffed. But for someone like Jane, I don't know how you buff Jane, considering that there is a strictly better version of Jane in the game.
I mean,
Hyper.
the Hollow Zero Gears, how they experiment with like,
Which-
different ways of doing kits, right?
Yes, they gave her a support utility,
Yeah, so there's ways where you can.
but that is
don't necessarily-
changing the identity of the character and how they're played.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that it has to be that strict, right? You can always toggle the thing on and off. I think being able to
Yes.
give a character more ways to be played through its revamps is an interesting way of balancing them, or rebalancing them rather.
The devs did say, I think it was before the Ellen buff, that they didn't want to make a character they didn't want to just do numbers changes. But I think you're right. It is what Caesar needs, and maybe that's the holdup.
Yeah, I don't know, because her using her EX, get because use her EX as a parry, right? Not as a proper defense assist, like using her on-field EX. I think there's so much potential with that. I think it's a mechanic that we've seen being reused over and over now, and I think there's so many cool ways that they could integrate more follow-ups or different ways of follow-ups, or mess with her buffs in ways that are more interactive. The sky's the limit, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Hey,
You
Maybe.
can literally just put out a form as like, okay, guys, well, players, if you would like Caesar to be buffed, put that in the latest survey, and you're gonna get at least a few thousands of 100-page essays on all the different ways that you could buff Seed. So it's not Seed, sorry, Caesar. So
yeah,
I don't think there's
while we're on the talk of defensive agents, have you guys realized there's a good chance we're gonna go because Caesar released in 2024. There's a good chance we could go the entire year without an S rank, not A, because Pan's an A rank, an S rank defense agent.
I believe they said in an interview they had one.
watch Rokudo or something
Really?
be like a defense agent.
Or they said it.
Yeah.
We'll see if they do it, but they did say it in an interview.
Interesting.
What do you guys think they can do for the defense class to make it more appealing to more to more players?
Remove it.
Any idea I had for a defense
Remove it.
character has
Remove
been
it.
implemented
Exactly.
as a rupture
Exactly.
Just call it support. Like, I don't
And-
know.
Any idea I've had for a defense agent has been implemented as a rupture character. Which is really
does feel like they
frustrating.
could have just made
Like
defense
it's
be
really
ruptured.
sad because like defenders in general is a concept that doesn't work in the game anymore, because I feel that they used to work on the very first, let's say, version of the game, the 1.0, the game they had in mind. But as the game changed, especially like after 1.2, defenders don't fit the game anymore. So like it just feels bad for Caesar, for any future defender or anything. You take a look on Pun. Look at Pun's kit. It's basically a support agent. It's not a defender. You don't have parries.
Yeah.
You don't have anything that kind of screams, "Hey, I'm a defender agent." You don't have anything on him. It's just a support.
Yeah, like the days he inflicts is not existent. Fucking hell, I hate this boss so fucking much.
Oh, you're doing the
Oh
Filer,
god,
right?
he's crashing the fuck out.
Guys, he's playing
Do
the
we go
filer again.
back?
Part of the problem with defense is now that they are introducing gearing that requires your agents to be of a specific class,
Yep.
Can I
which is definitely a problem.
can I rant about that real quick?
But it does just mean that they could just make a good defense set.
Yeah, like
And- Or they can do that at any point.
bro, would it have killed them to just let the new support set also let defenders wear it? Would it have killed them? Like, bro,
That actually would have been pretty nice as well.
would it have actually
Yeah.
killed them just to make
Would've been
like
great
to
for
let
Pam.
supports and defense agents wear the new support set? Like, I don't think it would have hurt at all.
The attack set is just bad. It's weird that it's only allowed on attack agents.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which is definitely a strange choice.
It is very weird when you look at Pan having to use Astral Voice, even though he can't even max out its buffs. It is actually quite pitiful, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You can use
Those women are real
Protopunk
nice.
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Defense agent actually parrying, I guess. I think that's how they could really distinguish defense from the other classes, right? It's get hit, right?
Yeah, they made
that's
that-
one of the
yeah.
problems which we do have. We have vengeance, which are like, oh, if you get hit, even Pan's vengeance, right? So if you get hit, it activates its effect. Except that it doesn't actually work when you parry, which is very weird. That doesn't count as you getting hit. You have to almost like literally take a hit. And I was thinking, well, if they did it in such a way that defense agents had like Caesar's or Ishuan's reactive defense mechanics, have that count as quote unquote get hit, and then make special sets or mechanics that work around it. So it's, a class that would reward you fighting against aggressive bosses. The game originally released with like this roguelite element, which they've completely abandoned now. So since HP is no longer valuable, make get hit actually be worth doing.
I'd love to agree if this wasn't a rupture kit.
I think there would probably be a distinction between HP percent related values and actively take a hit, I suppose.
You know, Ben actually has a really cool kit where he's an on-field counter DPS.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
I think if you juice the numbers on Ben, you get a pretty cool character,
Mm-hmm.
right? One of Ben's issues is that he can't access the counter. Basically, he doesn't access it as much as he probably should. He can't do it automatically after defensive assist, and he requires maybe a little too much energy. He also maybe just doesn't have the numbers that he probably should have.
Yeah, but fundamentally, it's a cool concept, and I think
It's
one
a
that
cool
they
concept.
could extend to defense. They could make defenders like a catch-all class. We already have support defenders of Pan. We already have stunner defenders of Caesar. We can get DPS defenders like Ben, right? I don't think a row has to be restricted to a specific playstyle, and I think defenders is what they could use for a catch-all wave.
I think people get a little too fixated on the idea of defense as a defensive class. I think you probably want to look towards it being a little more offensive.
Yeah, the best defense is killing the enemy before they kill you, after all.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
True.
Evelyn says the best defense is the best offense.
Oh my god, that voice, that line is repeated far too many times. Yeah. Definitely a lot of potential with the roles that they could do in this game. Although, yeah, limiting drive disc sets. Not cool.
Do we think we get
I
a new
guess-
element with 3.0?
Oh god, no.
Wind.
Bro,
for sure.
bring back wind. Bring it
Wind?
back.
Wind is just
I would
going
love to
be
get back
a unique
wind.
element. As in like what Frost is to Ice or Arcane Kiss to Ether. I think that's what they're gonna do with Wind.
Nah,
don't
Strength
see it.
Sokaku will be wind.
Yep. 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 It's right, so cock.
Adult Sokaku Oni Blood activation or something. You never
There you go. Now you're thinking of portals.
Yeah, well.
Okay,
where
since
were
we
we?
mentioned
But
the
yes, I
S
do
rank
think you'll get
Sogaku, I was going to ask a funny question. Since we mentioned S rank Sogaku, which agent do you guys want to get like an S rank version?
Billy and Nicole.
Billy.
Out of-
Billy and Nicole.
Billy and
Use,
Nicole?
Can we get an S rank Soldier 11?
What do you mean user?
Oh my god.
oh, I just want a second user.
What do you mean, Soldier 11?
What do you mean? What do I mean, Soldier 11? Have you
Wait,
played it?
no. No, wait, gamer, he's actually cooking. Because what if, I know this is like helicopium, but like they could just pull a Honkai Impact. I don't know if people have ever played Honkai Impact there. They could just pull that, and like next time
Yes.
O-Ball Squad does their reruns, they can just make a new version of Soldier 11 to sell with them. They could do that. They have done it in other games. It's very
Soldier 12.
it's very copium, but it is possible.
This guy gets the idea.
I think they're just gonna make another Ambi clone character, and that's gonna be your S
Yeah,
rank
just-
Soldier 11.
That's acceptable.
Mm,
We need more Bronyas.
Bronyas?
How do you think Yi Xian is ever gonna be playable?
Oh, the real Ward Hunter?
Oh, the horse boy.
Is he a horse or is he a fox? No one can decide.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Will they make him playable? And if he is playable, is he just gonna be Aizen? Is he gonna slick his hair back and take off his glasses? I'm here for it.
To be honest,
I'm
it'd be sick design.
100% here for
He
it.
screams A rank,
get
and then the husbando enjoyers are going to explode when they make him an A rank.
Oh, I thought.
I had a whole thing about the importance of being good. I'm not gonna repeat it.
I think. I don't know. I thought he was gonna get the Pompeii treatment.
Yeah, that's probably more likely, to be honest. You're right.
NPC.
Like
He's
becoming
too
becoming
be
ethereal.
shonen to take the Pompeii treatment. I believe. I have faith.
I think they're just gonna do the Aizen thing. He's gonna take off the glasses. He's gonna slick his hair back, and he's gonna be different.
Jian would totally be down for that. Because what's
gonna make
his
him look
sister
cool.
again? Ye Xingguang?
Xiao Xian. I bad with Chinese. I'm sorry.
Bro, all these
Your
names.
sister.
They sound very similar.
Yeah.
All these names.
So
Struggling.
I think it would be really cool okay, this is just, me thinking about it, but since we have gotten hints that the Ye's sister is using the Qingming sword, or that she's the next wielder of the Qingming sword, I feel it's pretty likely that she will be the next kind of
The Void
feature
Hunter.
character.
The Void
Oh my god, the
Oh
true
my
Void Hunter.
No, that's the real Void Hunter is obviously Zhao.
Holy shit, that's the first time that I got 20k points, boys! I'll say sorry next time.
Congrats.
Is it the
You must be
final
very
being so
proud.
rough?
You must.
What?
And
Question
no,
though, do we
forgot
think?
the fucking parry?
No, sorry. Do we think that we ever get another Void Hunter? I know, like, obviously we're getting Void Hunter level with Yishuan, and then she got the Grandmaster tag. I kind of think that they might just do a tag for another, like, powerful character, and we just don't. That is it. We don't get Void Hunters.
I think the community
The community
is
wants it.
too attached to this label. It's
Fine.
the fact that they had to say Void Hunter level investigator with the power to rival Void Hunters, unironically, it's still hilarious to me. It sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
It is a joke.
At least now they can say Grandmaster level, right? They're starting to get more titles to draw.
Oh.
They're a
Bro.
new
So
option.
Grandmaster level.
Bro,
You okay there, bro?
I might actually crash
Jimmy
out. I'm gonna
Grandmaster
be
level.
real. Lynn, why'd you wish that into the universe? I might actually crash the fuck out if they fucking say Grandmaster level. I'm not gonna lie. What the
This is
fuck?
the
Grandmaster
perfect
level
thing
agent
to-
with the power to rival Void Hunters.
Oh my god, yes, do it,
Oh
do
my
it, do it,
God.
do it. Lock it in.
I think I found a cheat code to get around like the Void Hunter bingo card, right? Just refer to Grandmaster level, and you've got the solution. There we go.
Well, but
Problem
So bad though.
Oh my god.
But here's also another thing, right? Like, just like Jay Stern was saying, the community is very attached to this label. A lot of people right now have a lot of trust in Hoyo, and I think a lot of people just don't have experience with Hoyo in the past and other games. They absolutely can just make a very random character one day that doesn't have a strong title at all, just straight up be better than Miyabi. And I just want people to just keep that in the back of the mind that that is a possibility. And I know for a
It's an
fact that
inevitability.
if they ever do that, there's going to be so many people in the community that bitch and crash out. But I just
mean,
know
you can
I know
already-
Hoyoverse, and I know that they can absolutely do that. We've played these games before, bro. Stop having so much trust in them. They can easily do
The
that.
way that
Imagine if the little
content-
bunny girl is not a Void Hunter, but stronger than Miyabi.
the way that content is designed, it set up to favor characters. Miyabi is not a universal best option. There are characters who are better than Miyabi in challenges currently. It's why I'm kind of fond of the phrase Miyabi is not Miyabi level. Wake up.
I mean, technically, it's like is Astra the real Void Hunter? Is the question, right? It's
No, because Astra's getting replaced. Astra fell off.
no.
It's Astrova.
It's Astra over, man.
But, yeah, I
Nah, I'm
think-
kidding. Nicole was always better.
Always has been.
Red pilled. Anyway.
I can't
Yeah.
deny.
I can see them just have a big ass poster over in the office. Nicole has been a mistake. I would not be surprised.
Do not
She's
do
just,
this again.
Yeah.
She's literally this game's
ZZZ
been in it.
dad or something.
She'll never die.
Nicole is eternal.
Yeah, she'll literally never die. The highest seed clears that I've seen have all used Nicole.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stacks of depth shred.
But also this is very random. Jay Stern, I just got a comment on stream. I don't know why, but Jay Stern could really rock a bald look.
Yeah, no. yeah.
You're saying it's completely off the table. You know, like not like a charity thing or.
I'd shave my beard.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I just looked at my chat. That was the most random comment I saw.
I think he'd rock it.
What are we-
But yeah,
The fuck did just happen here?
we're talking about Miyabi, is what we were talking about, I think.
I think so.
I think I just.
We're actually talking about yeah, right, Aizen.
Oh yeah.
And the whole whether or not they'll turn him into a playable character, which would be really cool if they make the siblings, well, Ye brother and Ye sister, be characters that end up going together, right? That would be the package deal, shall we say? Since they did say they're making a male martial artist.
They did say male martial artist, which presumably is yeah.
Qingming Sword is going to be, well, supposedly a very strong character. There could very much be a potential where they're like, oh, you know, you get to play the siblings together, and then that's kind of the sale point narratively. So I can definitely see them doing something like that, which would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Is bundling good?
Well, that's the thing, right? It's okay to bundle so long as I think they handle it in a way like they would with Orphe, where it's not 100% synergy, it's like 50% synergy, and allow them to then be used with other characters as well. Bundle them with multiple characters, or bundle them in such a way that their kit has the ability to be expanded in the future. Although Sandy's a terrible example because she, well, has historically been considered, even now by the devs, or acknowledged by the devs, to not be as well of a performer as she should be. It's still the aftershock mechanic opens up the ability for her to work with future characters, as we have now gotten Orphe. I think if they sneak in mechanics or ways that you could have bundle characters not be strictly limited to their bundle, I think it'd be great. I think Fufu, in a way, is also a very good example of that, right? She is a bundle character of each one, and yet she's, well, great for a lot of teams. She's may not be optimal, but she certainly works incredibly well with a variety of characters. I think they could take a healthy way to bundling characters with that.
I just need to see the sister's face. She needs a face reveal. She needs a face reveal. It's true.
It's an anime gacha game. The faces kind of, you know, you change the eyes a little bit. That's kind of how it's going to be.
Yeah, she needs a face reveal.
No.
We gotta see it. It matters.
It does. It does.
The number one
back reveal so far.
Hey yo, Lynn, number one Aftershock hater R2 in my chat is saying Jufufu working incredibly well is really stretching it, buddy.
I think she does. I think she does fine.
I don't know
I
why
think
people
she does
dislike
well.
Jufufu so much. I actually don't get it. She's a pretty good character.
She's solid.
Yeah.
I just know R2 just doesn't like Aftershocks.
No, people seemingly really dislike Jufufu.
I'm kind of surprised. Well, she is a bit goofy. She can come across as like a jokey character. I found that quite funny.
Yeah.
But I know that some people may not like the character because she's like a jokey character.
I
But-
think it's great.
Fundamentally, she's pretty cool. I like her. And I actually think she has, even from just like a design standpoint, like an art direction standpoint, I think her outfit's really good. Yushuan's outfit, I think, is terrible. So it's almost kind of funny that they contrast in that way.
But they're wearing the
So
same
I
outfit.
generally fond of Jufufu.
They coordinated. They're wearing a uniform.
Well, they're coordinated, but I mean, if you can really call, I mean, Yushuan looks like she's wearing a clown outfit, whereas Jufufu looks like she's wearing an outfit.
But it's the Yunkui Summit uniform. Even Lucy is in it. She's not even on the team.
True.
Oh my
Lucius top
God.
is
That's how you know they designed characters to fit together if they have matching designs.
yeah,
Clearly.
clearly, yes. Certainly a matching design between Lucia. Well, in that way, I guess we can then expect, what is it, Idhari? She's going to be a Yushuan partner as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Lucia. It's going to be all together because they all have the exact same, like,
Yeah, why not?
what is it? Like,
It's the
sets
follow the
of-
shorts.
Yeah, the shorts.
I have a theory. I have
shorts
a
don't
theory
lie.
that there's just a shop. There's only one shop in
In all of
the
it,
new
yeah.
region. Well, oh shit, I forgot what the new region was called. There's only one shop. They all have to get the clothes from the same place.
Fair. Just imagine if there's exactly only one kind of clothing in the entire area where you
Why
live.
doesn't Pan have the shorts then? Whereas
He's there. He wasn't. He's not on the team. He's
Oh my
replaced.
God.
He's benched. Same with
What
Konami.
part of Yishuan it looks like a clown? I'm curious. I've pulled it back up.
Okay, like her outfit is literally all over the place. I mean, first of all, she has this, what is it? Weird, what would you say, like holes next to her, what is it, her crotch.
She's got the hip windows, the hindos.
The way they do her jacket, right? So it's a jacket. Okay, cool. And you do have those Chinese Eastern style, like very long sleeves, which is the thing that she appears to have. And they had such a good potential there on capitalizing on that, making like a flowing character with like sword dance designs, or like kind of like a wuxia thing. And then they just decided to add zippers like randomly, like one of those magician jackets that you're just gonna take off for a trick, right? Just coming out of nowhere. So she wears a jacket, but she only half wears it because she has zippers.
That's like a
come
One
out
Piece
before the
convention,
sleeves.
though. Is anyone familiar with One Piece's? You know, a character is powerful if they wear their jacket as a. This is a
Wear the jacket
rule
as
in One Piece. Every powerful character in One Piece must have a jacket cape. Even when
I mean,
Luffy
a
starts
jacket
getting
cape is
strong,
okay.
he starts walking around with a jacket cape.
But she doesn't have a jacket cape. She wears a jacket fully. It's like it's a short jacket, right? It's one of those where stops just above her midriff, and then you have like these really long sleeves, which fundamentally looks like a really cool concept. Except that she then is just wearing them like out, just has it come off like that.
Okay,
She is
but-
not wearing
so-
this jacket fully.
think-
She is not. What? Her arms are not through the sleeves. What are you talking about?
She has a zipper.
Okay.
That's the thing. She has a zipper between the sleeves. Like imagine you take your shirt, right, and then you just cut between the shoulder and
So-
the sleeve, and then you just put your arm
Lynn.
through it.
Lynn, there's one very important matter which you kind of forget. You are saying that Lucia has one of the worst designs you've ever seen.
I think her design. I think it's varied because I think her fundamentally as a character really good. I think the way they did. Like,
I think
the
saying
hairdo and
she's
the-
wearing this jacket is a stretch. It also clearly does not fit. She would not be able to zip this up.
No, that's the thing, right? So it's
Oh, also
it's a
true,
sleeve
yeah.
within a sleeve. That's the thing. She could zip it up if she took the jacket off, zipped it closed.
No,
and
no,
put
she
her arm
can't
through it
zip up
again.
the chest. This jacket does not fit her.
I'm gonna be
Oh,
real.
the chest. Okay,
There's no way she
Wait.
can get it.
Fair
There's
enough.
no way she
There's
can get it.
literally
without
no
that.
way she can actually
It's
wear
not.
this
It's not
jacket.
possible.
that is not gonna fit. That is correct. Yeah.
I didn't know.
sure.
I didn't know going into this call we were gonna start talking about girls zipping up their chest.
This is not a jacket. It's like an accessory. It's,
I have no idea what's happening.
I wasn't
right
ready
now.
for this.
I think we
But
wanted
I'm
to
all
talk about
for it.
character design, but I think we've gotten a little bit side. Oh my god.
yeah. Uh-huh. No, I think he's
Jacket
design is
zippers
fine.
aside.
I do think it's very funny that they gave her orange eyes with green accents, with white hair. I think that's a character design mistake. You do not
Why
want
is that?
characters to have directly similar visual aesthetic or visual cues. She does
I think
look
it goes alright.
too much like Anby.
I was gonna say because
She does. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay. I can't.
It's Anby.
I can't fool you there.
She has the exact same color scheme. It's really, really. It's probably a mistake. It's,
Okay,
Long hair and.
so Lynn,
Mhm.
then tell me give me a character in the game that you think has a perfect design.
I think it's a stretch to call it a perfect design. I can give. There's also a lot of taste, right? Because, for example, I personally don't really like Fufu as a lolly character, but I think the way that her costume is designed is pretty good. I think she has like a standard dress shirt, kind of just like half formal wear, but she also has like a good color palette. The what is it? Not embossings or engravings, but the little highlights on her shorts are pretty good. I think the way they did her hair is very standoutish and gives the character a very good silhouette. I think Fufu has a pretty good design. I think Vivian has even if she has this kind of traditional gothic Lolita kind of look to her, I think her design is really cool. The umbrella
Vivian is
sword thing
fantastic.
is neat.
You can argue
the rocket
Vivian is a
boosters under her
very
skirt, possibly a
uninspired
little bit of a
character
stretch.
design.
Sorry, say that again.
You could argue Vivian is an uninspired character design.
You could.
Vivian
absolutely
is the
could.
best
I would
character
not.
in the game, and if you have a different opinion, you're wrong, objectively. Sorry.
I think Jason
But
does
from
have
a
a point.
design perspective, though.
Behold, Vivian. There's an Idolmaster character who looks exactly like Vivian.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
I mean, if you go as far as anime designs are concerned, you can stretch these back to.
I don't really think
Many
this one's a
different
stretch.
I'm saying what I'm saying is that you can get a lot of characters and you can directly compare them.
Yeah.
With references beforehand. But,
Oh yeah, they,
You
they
could- you
wear
could
their
argue
they
the
definitely
same.
wear their inspiration on the sleeve.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why I was a little bit mad that we got Seed as a little girl when they literally made Potemkin as a Seed senior. But that's besides the point, right? I guess I do agree that it can be uninspired, but overall, I think it was well executed, or the look that they were going for was well executed. I think the Section 6 designs as a whole, all of Section 6, I think is really good. From Sokaku, Harumasa, Yanagi. No people call her an NPC, but I think she is got a subtle design and is very well executed. Miyabi, all of Section 6, I think is really well designed.
I really like Yuzuha.
Yes,
Yuzu's
love
nice.
Yuzu. All the Umbrella girls are the best girls.
Her default outfit, as in,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
Yes,
I don't. You know what really drives me up a wall? The
Go on.
voice lines on the skins for Yuzuha and Alice. They make the skins unusable.
Was it like English voices?
Yes, English
something
voices.
Want to hear a summer
I-
story?
Oh, I play in JP, so
Power
I
of summer.
yeah, I play in JP.
You know,
Quote
I-
Alice.
I mean, I don't mind the English voice lines, to be honest. But I would like to oh fuck. Sorry, I'm trying Deadly Assault while we're
Want to
talking.
do something summery together? What does that even mean?
Okay.
I actually like the English VA for this game. I think a lot of it's good.
I like
Hugo,
the
for
English
example.
VA. I hate the voice lines for the skins.
I mean,
Okay, I
yeah,
can. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Fair enough. I respect
Mm.
that.
Oh my
But I was
god.
going to say that I personally would love to get the option, to select the language for different agents, because there's some agents that I like the
Oh.
Japanese voice over the English one.
I am.
And also there are others where I like the English over the Japanese one. Lighters, to be honest, I really like the English voiceover.
Bro,
Oh yeah, he's great.
I
Wouldn't
wish.
that be kind of
Weird.
weird? Like in a fight where you hear like one line in Japanese and then one line in English?
Oh, I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Characters.
I'd much
People play
rather.
Tekken.
Yeah, exactly. Tekken's my favorite fighting game, so I'm used to it. It would be
City
really
Charm and
good.
everything.
It'd be really good.
It
if
would
I could
actually
use-
be cool for some of the season 2 characters to be voiced in Chinese, or to play with only them in Chinese. Throw that out there.
There's never something to be said against that if it's just a positive.
More options.
Unfortunately, I don't see it happening, but it'd be. Who knows? Maybe you want to check on the feedback form. With
Maybe.
the, different
Who
character voices.
knows?
Yeah. Where were we? Character designs, right? Jane, actually, I think is pretty cool. I like Jane's design. A bit, potentially, you could argue is a little bit too Guna, depending with the.
She needs a haircut.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I want to cut that rat tail off.
Oh, I could go for that. I could go for
I think that
On her
you mean just the
hair.
Just the hair, okay, yeah.
On her
Actually,
hair.
hold on, let me. I have to bring her up now on to see how they do the animation on it. I actually think it's okay. I don't think it's that bad.
Not her
It's a
tail
pretty-
tail.
pretty
her,
unique
her,
silhouette.
her hair.
Yeah, I know
rat
the
tail.
the fact that she
Okay.
has like just this like strip coming
Mhm.
out of a short bob cut with like the red thing at the end.
Yeah, like what is this? It's pretty phallic.
What?
What? Yeah.
What? Hair is phallic.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, let me just bring this up in game real quick because I just have to see this before.
Yeah, I think I need
Like, I have to
check
refresh
again,
my
man.
mind really quickly to see. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, but not in the way that I imagined it originally.
Uh-huh.
But I can see how her bob cut at the very end of the extension
It's weird.
can
It's
look a little bit awkward.
uh,
Wait, what?
yeah, she's good. And especially, I also really like design-wise. This is going a little bit more towards the game's design direction as opposed to how they do a specific outfit. Like, for example, I think Sons of Kaladin, you could argue that they have like really varied and very kind of out there designs that kind of go all over the place, but they can still be executed well. Personally, some designs, like Caesar with the little like king necklace, and the fact that they gave her noodle arms, a bit unfortunate, but overall, you can kind of talk about whether or not the design is executed or not executed well, and what.
Sir,
Overall, I think
I don't
Sons of
know if
Kaladin
you're
is
allowed to
okay.
make fun of her arms. She's disabled.
She has a mechanical arm.
Yeah.
Which is which I think is a pretty
Excuse me,
cool
sir.
design direction. But that's the thing. It's design direction of the game. Mechanical arms, right?
Have you seen the original designs for Caesar?
Oh god, that was terrible.
Yeah, I'm glad we got this.
I was like
Yeah.
the string bikini.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I'm really
Well,
glad we got this
yeah.
one instead.
It's so funny how many people
Maybe
want
skin?
the original Caesar.
Maybe skin.
No fucking way. I can't believe this.
Ain't no
I think
way.
it's- yeah, no, it's the opposite. I was going to say is like I think overall Sons of Kaladin are a very well designed overall team. Even if there may be specific parts of the design that I don't like, overall they feel very consistent. They feel very biker gangy. They fit within the game's aesthetic in a way that I think is very good. Unlike Ishwa and Shorts, I guess. So I think like Lucy,
It's
especially,
hot.
Lucy's
It's
design
hot
is
out
also
there.
very nice. The like little waistcape that she has, the silhouette that the character has. So there's lots of ways that they can execute these designs very well, and I think this gets even better when they integrate that with their weapons. If you look at Lucy, for example, her bat isn't just a bat; it's a bat with like a knuckle duster on it. And you look at Polkra's design, right? Her guns are it's like a blade that extends, like a retractable blade that extends into a gun. You have like Grace who shoots a literal nail gun as a weapon, right? You have the mechanical bow sword that Harumasa uses, or the katana naginata that.
Oh, I
Yanagi uses.
love Harumasa weapon.
Yeah, these like transformative weapons, like Jane with like the knives coming out of her shoes, and or like even Seth with his Monster Hunter XP Charge Blade. The character design direction where they start making it's almost like a Bloodborne weapon in a way, right? It's like these mechanical, swappy, switchy weapons where it's less crazy magic-y stuff and more technology is my power. And I think that's a
Arguably-
really cool design direction that I wish they would do more of, or as we now are in 2.0, which I think
Arguably,
has taken a little bit of a
Bernice
backseat.
is a peak character design because she is so simple, but instantly identifiable.
Yeah.
I think
Woman that had
Bernice's
glasses,
Bernice's design is
Bernice's
great.
design-
Tom for
Great.
flamethrowers. It's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
It's a great design. I like Bernice a lot.
Bernice propaganda. Where's my crit, Bernice?
Bernice.
Oh no.
But we don't. It's okay.
So-
The
I mean,
best
what are you
design.
saying? I played
it's-
with
it's
Bernice
okay.
as well.
It's okay. The best
Okay,
design in
so-
the game is Woofy.
I've been seeing
What
quite a lot of
if-
pen Bernice. Some might call it a pennice.
What?
Pennice.
Pennice, Hong, Panini.
So
Kinda
what
hungry.
if crit Bernice is gonna score better than main DPS Orphe?
It won't.
Yeah, cope.
But what if?
Keep
It
coping,
won't.
buddy.
Nothing
Keep
ever
coping.
changes.
Keep coping, buddy.
That's
I
you,
mean-
Scopio.
My definitely non-invested crit Bernice
You have M6.
scores still pretty well. No, stop it. It is M0. I said so somewhere in some chat.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Wait, does your M6 Bernice identify as M0?
Oh yeah. It does.
What? That's one way of putting it.
Why?
Wild. Okay.
My Bernice identifies as. Oh god, I have to use this. Fantastic.
Have you managed to do your Defiler runs then? All good?
I got 55k with Astra, Anby. After
Only 2
getting my
characters.
new piece. Astra Ambi Seed.
Okay.
I've gotten
Oh, I
58k
see.
with Astra Seed trigger. Not Astra Seed trigger. Astra Ambi's trigger. But I'm actually scoring higher on Ambi than I am on.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know,
It's like Ambi Mindscapes versus Seed Mindscapes.
I don't have any. I don't have any Mindscapes on either of them. I have Mindscapes on Astra,
Hmm.
but it's kind of Seed's getting an extra 20 damage bonus.
Yeah, to be honest, it's one of those where I do feel Seed's M1 feels very, very strong in that fight from the limited experience that I had with it because of the lowered steel charge threshold. Feels like it can.
I will
open up
never pull a
conversations.
Mindscape on Seed. I don't care how good they are.
I mean, I'm with you there, but I think for different reasons. Just, I am still.
I just usually
somewhat
don't pull
good.
Mindscapes on anyone, so yeah. Seed,
Okay,
of course, is not going to get
says
Mindscape.
your M3 Sambi.
That's-
No, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Shut
No,
the
you shut the fuck up.
Oh my
You shut
fucking
the
Wait,
fuck
tell
up.
the story,
You,
I wanna know, how did
this
that
nigga,
happen?
this
Okay.
nigga kept pulling for M6 Pokra and got M3 fucking Sambi.
Wait, what?
Why do we still
How
call
many-
her
how many-
Sandy?
hold on,
Can
hold
we
on,
just
how many pulls?
accept that no one is playing A rank Anby and just specify that the default character is
No,
Anby the S rank?
I'll never.
And
Oh,
specify
no.
A
I
rank
kind
Anby?
of like it though.
No,
Can we just call her Anby?
no,
Andy
no,
today.
she's Sambi.
There
I'm
is no
sorry.
Sambi.
Nope,
She's just
Jay Stern, you're
Anby.
wrong.
I
Sambi.
personally like Sambi.
Nope, sorry,
I-
sorry,
Why
Jay Stern.
bother? You
No.
don't need to you should
You will not
specify.
win this war, Jay Stern. Sambi,
Yeah,
No, this is
yeah.
Anby, and this is
Sambi.
A rank Anby.
Sambi, you'll never
No,
win
it's
this war.
It's Sambi.
It's Anby and A rank.
You'll never
Anby.
win this war. You'll never win this war, Sambi.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys are crazy.
I don't care.
I mean, look, it's a lot easier to say.
You
Sandy
can
than
you
to
can start
say
calling her
Ambi.
Ambi in your videos and then just to see what happens.
I do.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, and nothing happens.
You still call it Sambi.
I do call her Anby.
Hey, yo,
Or
thank
I
you for
say
the 5
Soldier
gifted.
Zero,
I
Ambi. I
appreciate
do not
that,
say
man.
s-
Thank you so much.
I do
Thank you
not
so
like
much.
the
Thank you
name,
so much.
or the nickname.
I still have a stuck in my head that it's Silver Soldier Ambi as well, because they even changed her name halfway
Oh,
to the
Soldier
promotion
Zero
material, if I recall
Anby.
correctly. Yeah, Soldier Zero, not
Yep.
Silver Soldier.
I would.
Silver
they
Soldier
could
Zero Ambi.
imagine Soldier 20 Seed.
But another. Well, to be
What-
honest, you never know, right? Next
what do
Andy
you-
clone.
There,
Andy clone.
I just want to mention that there is a DPS 8 rank MB on my chat that is not happy with what Jay Stern said.
Come at me, I can take it.
Hey, while we're talking about O-Ball, can I get you guys' opinion on something?
No.
I have kind of realized that there's a pretty good majority of the community that's just not that into O-Ball Squad. What do you think the reasons are?
The characters suck.
Damn.
I think
That
it's
is-
Well,
tough to
damn.
s-
Just
tell
damn.
those,
What do you mean
like,
like that?
style designs. Like if we go back to that design thing, I think that design is like cohesive. Like it makes sense for them to look the way they do. I just think it's a little bit boring.
The design is they're black and yellow. Usually, when you design characters like that, they're supposed to have a unique accent color, and the Opal characters kind of don't, which is a slight issue.
I don't even think it's that much of a design issue, or at least personally. My personal problem with Obo is kind of incongruous design with how my expectations of how they would have played are. I guess that's a little bit complex, but I guess I would really have liked Seed if it was just mecha. But she isn't just mecha. I have to watch 3 seconds of feet every time I use her ultimate. Which, like,
Yeah.
cool. Go in a game, some people are into that. Personally, it gets a little bit tiring for me. And so it's just kind of takes away slightly a bit of my enjoyment of the character. Like, oh, she's like swinging around on a scooter, and the animations are really well done. And kind of, I'm surprised that they've managed to give it such a floaty feel to the scooter. And actually, I think the animation team did a great job. But I personally just find it jokey, but not in like the foo-foo kind of way. So it's just not that interesting to me. If if all of her moves were like her riding or integrating by summoning different body parts from Seed Senior, that'd have been really cool. But it isn't like that. And so I wouldn't necessarily say it's a disappointment, but the difference between what I wanted and what I got makes me less excited for the character. It's a little bit the same with Orphe, where I think there'd be a really cool potential for her and Magus to fight together. Like maybe Magus takes over Orphe's body and becomes like, serious and does some crazy cool acrobatic shit. And then it goes back to Orphe being clumsy and swapping between those two modes. I think that'd have been really cool. But we get mostly just kind of clumsy Orphe, other than when she does like her reacts. And I think that's like, I really like the design, but what I would have liked the character to be isn't what it is. And that doesn't make the character bad. It's just not what I wanted out of a character. So that's my personal reason for thinking, you know what? I think I'm just going to save for, some of the other characters that might have a cool factor that's more aligned with my personal taste.
That's fair to not like the characters because you expected something else.
Yeah, just completely on me.
But this is what they are. If you expected a big robot character to just be the big robot, you might be playing the wrong game.
Well, I'm not sure, because I know that
same for the people who
HSR,
expected Kamano to be an S rank. It's unfortunate, but Zenless
Shots
is very...
fired. Oh, husbando mains get him.
Oh no!
It's just a
You're gonna get 12
game.
complaints.
You
that's all.
had to
Don't worry.
make
If
sure.
this were
Monato.
Genshin, I would be more critical of it. Genshin only having one male limited character for their last year is borderline inexcusable. But this is Zenless. It's a very
it's a very Guna game, but I feel like they could, make male characters be Guna too. I think the way that they did not shy away from making Kamano be like 2010s DeviantArt so bad guy, I think that's cool. Like they gave him a body type that I wasn't expecting him to have. I thought we'd just be kind of limited to Hugo, maybe a lighter body type at most, but they were more adventurous with
he
Kamano.
technically
really
has
cool.
the same
So,
body plan as Lycon, but Lycon always has the other.
I mean,
Technically.
they make a lot of modifications to the models, right?
Yeah.
Even if a model has the same base, the actual model itself is very, very different. It's like you don't have the refinements that they make. So even if it's like the same base model, which of course they're probably going to be using you're not going to be sculpting a new character every single time.
Oh shit!
Go on.
Just realized that my Panenjo is probably level 1 and has no equipment whatsoever.
That explains a lot.
Huh.
How do you go into the?
Drive the
You have to
loadouts.
pick him. You see if he's level 1. What do you mean?
Oh man, I think was it? I can't remember somebody who said it's we need like a mechanic where you can like set drive disks for characters, and then every time you log in, they just reset to those or something, or like equipment. That'd be great.
Oh
A lot
yeah.
of times I forget stuff.
He is level 1 and has... I mean, he has equipment. Never mind. Just ignore me, I'm just rambling.
Bruh.
I'm rambling too. If anything, too much.
Someone. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, Lynn, brother. I applaud you, bro. Genuinely, I applaud you. I think you need to write a book on Yaponomics, and that book would sell very well.
Excuse me,
Oh
sir.
my
The science is yapology.
Yeah, you're right. Yapology, my bad.
Yapology.
All right.
Yeah, but Lynn, you need to write a book on Yapology, and I think I would buy that. Because, brother, you are. It's impressive. I wish I could yap as much as you. It's
No, what do I-
impressive.
I actually really like Seed as a character. Her she's really funny. She's also really, between Seed, Miyabi, and Enby, it's really brave to have that kind of representation in the game, and I really do applaud it. And I just really like Seed as a character. I don't care for the foot thing. I've kind of just stopped looking at it.
It's
but
gotta be
what I-
Right,
desensitized to
but
it.
you like her
It's,
as a character, just checking.
I do.
Hmm.
I
Not
really
the-
like her story quest. Her story quest especially.
I think, to be honest, I need to make my mind up on the character. I was just trying to bait you into agreeing that you liked Feet. It's fine.
I have no problem with the big like. The thing about the big robot is it's literally part of her story. The big robot's dead. She's driving around a corpse. That's not a spoiler. You saw the marketing.
Yeah.
No.
True. Yeah.
But what if I didn't?
Bruh.
Too late now. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's been almost
at
a
some
week.
point there is.
It's not almost been a week. It's been like 4 days. But no, I don't really have a problem with Seed being as she is. I think the scooter is also just it's just really goofy.
It is goofy.
I mean, yeah, but it isn't a problem. That's the whole thing, right? It's all about
Yeah.
personal taste. It's just like how there'll be many people who will not roll for idols because, well, they're just not into that aesthetic. Or there are many people who will commit fully to idols. You know, Muzzy, getting prepared here.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of taste. And if I'm going to be honest, that's kind of how the gacha game, how these designs are meant to be. Right? They're going to have to go adventurous with taste and try and hit as many bases as they can because, you know, some people are going to save for one character, other people are going to save for another character. The people that are going to be rolling on Hugo, for example, is not necessarily the kind of people that are going to be rolling for Ella, right? Even though they may be same element, same attacker, they're fitting in different niches based on their character design alone. So, you know, it's just they went for a specific look or design or target audience with Oboe Squad. And they were pretty varied, actually, I think. You know, you look at Seed and then you look at Trigger, and well, that's very different appeal, I should say. And I think that's just how they do things. So there's no problem with them being designed the way she is. It's just that it's going to appeal to some people, it's not going to appeal to others.
Do every single one of you here believe in waifu / husbando over meta or no?
Yeah. Play the game how you want. Don't let anyone stop you.
Exactly. Amen.
Damn right.
I also think, like, just from like the way I used to play Genshin is that I pulled for the characters that people told me were meta, and then ended up not enjoying playing them. And then
You know, the thing
I
about
stopped playing
Genshin is people would tell you a character is meta, and then
oh, sorry, you cut out there.
especially by the time they rerun. This was the thing in Genshin, the idea of save for the gun you rerun during all of Inazuma
Oh dear God.
and all of 1.5. And by that, it was just always a sham. People were always being gaslit into saving for Ganyu, when in reality you would have been better pulling basically anything
Oh
else.
dude, I remember that. That was so bad.
But yeah, I guess my point is that like I feel like you're more likely to stick with a game if you're playing with the characters that you enjoy, even if they're not
Yeah.
meta, and you're like trying to force a way to make, you know, Jane still really comfortably clear endgame, and it might be that you pull characters around Jane so you can make Jane work, and that's fine, even though Jane's not necessarily
It's the
meta.
better way
That's
to
what
play.
you want to do. Yeah, exactly.
I was just asking because I got recommended a video yesterday from a dude who makes HSR content, and the title was, I believe it was, "Waifu over Meta is a scam or a lie" or something along those lines.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Star
What's his
Rail. Here's the thing about Star Rail, it's really hard to get attached to any character. They all get replaced so quickly.
Sparkle.
I cannot. There's no Star Rail waifu. They're all literally replaced every 6 months.
Yeah.
It's little. I hope Zenless. It's why I don't like the power creep as much, because it makes it hard to get attached to a character.
Question from my end then, because I'm not too familiar with HSR's progression, although I love a lot of their designs. Was it the Lucilius character that they released recently? Yeah, that's great.
Ooh.
The angel guy that
Fine on.
like
Fine on.
Oh,
Yes.
fine on.
Granblue Fantasy just coming back.
He's a Honkai
Um,
character or something.
But
the
I'm
original
not too
Honkai
familiar.
or whatever.
Impact, yeah, Honkai Impact, the whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not familiar with Honkai and how their progression in terms of like meta or end game content even has been. So for you guys that have played HSR, how does that compare to Zenless, or what are the parallels or contrasts that we can draw between them here?
They sell characters as teams. You aren't really just pulling a character.
Yeah, you're pulling
an
for
entire
teams,
team,
homie. You're pulling for teams.
which is very similar to Zenless.
I would argue the biggest difference is we do not have enough Bronyas, Himekos, and Welts in this game.
I'm so sick
They
of
were
them
what?
all,
They're the
like,
standard
bruh.
characters?
You know, you'd think if those characters were so popular, people would actually play Honkai Impact 3rd.
True.
I'm
fired.
kind of glad we're not getting those. I can't take another Raiden. I really
Yeah.
can't take it.
I don't need to write in
Oh,
ZZZ,
you
to
mean
be
like
honest.
XP characters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
XPs.
Import. Oh,
I
okay.
want fun XPs. Like I'd take a Genshin character in Zenless.
Marisa,
If it's like something that we don't see coming, but like when it's the same ones, bro, enough.
Yeah.
Enough. They're literally making a game for this. Honkai Crossing.
hell yeah.
Okay,
Honkai
crossing, right,
Crossing.
was it the Pokemon game? No, I don't know what it
Yes.
is actually.
Yeah, it's a TFT game.
On the topic of power creep, back to Zenless, because they're willing to buff agents, do you think that has made it so, like, you know how we were talking about Caesar needing buffs and stuff? Another character that people always say needs another buff is Bernice. Do you think the ZZZ devs have put themselves in this situation where, like, now the community is just expecting their underperforming characters to get buffed?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Buff everyone.
Just buff everybody.
Let's go.
Yeah, buff Ellen again.
Buff Ellen again.
3.0.
That would be funny as fuck.
Like, who cares?
wonder-
Do it. What's the problem?
Different Hoyo games, do they have like triple banners where like you have one character and two reruns, or is it always one character, one rerun?
It's not consistent. It's usually one character, one rerun, but they will do event banners, which feature extra reruns.
I was almost wondering they could really capitalize on the opportunity to have potentially then use these event reruns as a way to, oh, we're gonna buff this character. Here is a character, and have these become consistent, right?
Usually,
Really
those are a
good,
way to just
revamp
crap
them,
out
though.
characters and not have to worry about like them being good or them getting attention.
Unfortunate.
And you get to advertise. Look at how many characters you could get in the update.
True.
Basically.
But I don't know. I started thinking about, what if someone's favorite character is underperforming, like we were talking about with Caesar, let's say just Caesar mains, and they see Ambi, Ellen, let's just, I want to throw out Bernice and anyone else in the future get buffed, but Caesar doesn't. That's kind of like a really feels bad moment, right? Like, I'm kind of worried about that.
I think it might even happen because it seems that they're very conservative with when or how many characters they are buffing. So it wouldn't surprise me, unfortunately.
Because like it'll feel like they're picking favorites, right? If they choose to just buff certain characters and not others.
Right.
I think it might be the same logic that they may use for outfits, which is, I don't think they're necessarily going to buff a character that is just underperforming. I think they're going to buff a character that a significant portion of the player base has, or that has a significant kind of marketing appeal that they can draw people back into. So I think underperformance is just one of many aspects that they would be using to evaluate whether or not a character should be buffed. And it may be at a point where, as much as I would love to see Caesar buffed, she might not have enough people that own the character or that are interested in the character to justify buffing her in the same way that
Buffs
they may do.
assist reruns. One of the problems with actually a lot of these games is characters are gone by the time they rerun. Essentially, and it's a pretty big issue. Buffs help offset that. The example is Ambi's getting buffed, and she literally has not been rerun yet.
Remind me, Ellen, she was buffed after her
She was
rerun,
buffed
wasn't
after
it?
her rerun, yes. But Ellen was also buffed kind of specifically for returning players to enjoy 2.0.
Yeah, fair enough.
Was or would I imagine the rationale to be?
Question then. With Sambi in particular, do we think that she sold well? Do we think that there are a lot of players who have Ambi?
No, I think we'd probably that's not true.
Yeah, I kind of agree. She feels quite unexciting, and she felt quite unexciting at the time in 1.6. So maybe this buff is like it's to sell us more on her because they know that she didn't sell the first time around. Do you know what I mean? And then they're doing it pre the rerun. Whereas with Ellen, they know that she was incredibly popular when she came out, and then they wanted to keep players who have Ellen. So maybe it's just like a slightly different approach this time around. That was my initial thought.
Star Rail did it for their popular characters. So they buffed Kafka. They buffed all the Stellaron hunters who are important story characters, but they're all historic, genuinely some of the worst characters in the game. Which is very funny. Or they were. They're all fine now. Kafka's quite good because she got a new support character / actual DPS.
Yeah, but like I just can't help but think that there would be some character mains, like people who just really love a character, and if they see some characters getting buffed and others just never getting touched at all, how bad that would
Presumably
feel.
everyone's in line. It'll happen eventually.
That's what I'm
Every
hoping.
character is gonna get buffed.
That's what I'm hoping, right? Like no one gets left behind, because if someone got left behind, I can see how that can cause a lot of spite.
That is kind of what I mean when I say fuck it, buff everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, buff Yuzua.
Buff Yuzua, buff Miyabi, buff Ishan.
She's Miyabi level, don't you know?
Yeah, sure.
You
That's
mean-
the
you mean
next one.
Grandmaster level.
It's not Grandmaster level anymore. It's Miyabi level going forwards.
But I guess like if we start talking about the idea of maybe like, you know, still consistently getting 2 new characters per patch, and then also potentially getting buffed older characters, not necessarily per patch, but like semi-regularly, that seems like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so many characters need the exact same change, which is have their cord apply to all of their damage. Specifically with the attack agents, this is a really common thing. Ambi buffs aftershocks and gets aftershock damage, but only one of her attacks is aftershock. Jian does more damage on only her basic attacks during stun. Why does it not apply to her chain, ultimate, and EX?
I think that's the way that they
Are
drive.
you insinuating an idea?
Haramasa gets crit rate and crit damage on only his dash attacks.
But if they apply to everything, like
It's a
arguably,
really simple buff.
be a bit.
Mm.
It kind of removes the identity of how some characters play. It's like, oh, you know, Evelyn is no longer a chain attack character. She's a basic attack character. It's like, hold on a second.
No,
Yeah.
You're right.
chain attack is still the highest damage part of her kit. And the example for why that works is Evelyn is the closest to a character whose core buffs all of their damage. And Evelyn
you
is
mean-
seen very positively.
The new set finally has another use.
It
Yeah,
does.
what
Huh?
do you mean, like the basic attack set? As in, like, if they buff every
Yes.
single character, then everybody would be able to use a basic attack kind of thing.
Not
But
really.
Just make Evelyn just use the basic
Alright.
attacks now. Make her a basic attack character. And
Her
finally,
basic
that set
attacks
has
literally
Oh
don't
my
have
God.
skill values. What?
But yeah, but that's the point. If you say they change her and now she's a basic attack character,
Just
then she could use the set.
I'm so. What?
Okay, let me explain.
I think I made a
Point
very
that-
simple point. If you paid attention to the Ellen buff, a lot of the Ellen buff is making her core apply to her ultimate and her chain attack.
Yeah.
If you look at the on paper, that's literally most of the buff. It's basically all of the buff. And changing her additional activation conditional so she can play lighter Astra.
I don't think that would really be a buff that works for every character. Like, let's say you're buffing Jane, right? Is it, well,
Right.
what exactly does that mean? Or again, if you're buffing Evelyn, well, that wouldn't really do anything to her. I guess that's the
It's
kind of
not
argument
about
I'm
it
supposing, right?
working on everyone. It's about it working on enough characters that it's a pretty generic buff that should probably be rolled out for those characters with pretty minimal effort.
I think it's a lot more than that, because what made Ellen interesting is they didn't just gave her, okay, you get numbers now. You have like the little icy blade stuff, and you have the
Yeah.
like floating attack.
And that's
you have
cool.
Like these cool, exactly, these cool things which give a little oomph and excitement to the character, and that can, like, oh, you have to kind of cancel the animation for icy blade because, well, technically it's not ideal, not the highest MV per second that you can get, but it still becomes integrated into her rotation, and I think that's really cool. And that was a good way of handling character balance. I think Ellen was handled well in that sense. So that's why I think it would be a bit of a stretch for them to just kind of fundamentally be like, oh, this core just applies to everything, and kind of they have to put in that thought or that development time to make the character be unique in some way or different in some way.
Yo,
We'll see what happens.
Riv, check your DMs.
Yeah, where do I do that?
Okay, I think Haramasa would need a lot more work than someone like Jian. Jian is a character, you could add like a full unload attack, and that could be cool. But you could also simply just tweak the core. And that's kind of just good enough. Not every buff needs to be that. Needs to be a whole new character. But even if they had to be, they could always add new attacks and do that. But it is a really simple change that most characters need. They can add new attacks too, but at a baseline, that is a change that a lot of characters really want.
Yeah, fair enough. I think when they start looking at rebalancing characters,
Yeah, Ellen's new
Well,
attacks
the-
are very
the-
cool and make her
it's
feel
not just new
fun,
attacks, but it
but a
would
lot of
be-
the buff is in that simple change.
because that would only apply to damage characters, really. I think that's the whole point. Like, oh, if they're gonna rebalance, these are how they do it. I guess, to be honest, it technically is no different. It's just making her core apply to everyone, like a shield applies to
Yeah.
everyone. So I guess even in that way, you could argue that it technically is just an extension of their core passives. But yeah, rebalancing. It would be nice if it happened more frequently, but well, I don't have a point of reference to know how frequently they would be doing this.
I'm excited to see what they do with Ambi. The thing about Ambi, I think the reason Ambi is getting buffed is because she's the character people are most vocal about disliking. Besides maybe Haramasa.
Oh, that's interesting. It feels like Haramasa is a lot less clear cut, or had a lot less of a negative reception than Sandy did. But I'm
He
a
was
little bit
free,
biased
though.
too, so
He was free.
yeah.
So
that's
it's hard to complain.
Yeah.
I think people are very vocal about Soldier Zero Ambi. To the point where people will make whole YouTube videos about it. Or about not liking the character.
True.
Yeah. Okay. But hey,
They increased they technically buffed her once already, sort of. She had a slight mechanics change, which is they made her dodge counter easier to use during her basic attack string. And I think slightly extended the iframes on it.
Yeah.
and that really did do a lot. That was really helpful. But besides that, I assume they'll give her an auto dodge during her basic attack string, much like Ellen. And they might change the way her mark is accumulated.
Hey, chat, y'all can still hear me. I just deafened on Discord. I gotta go. We'll stream later tonight for PvP and other stuff. You will get redirected to I Am Rivenous stream, so spam Milk Raid, please spam Milk Raid. But I'm gonna undeafen now and tell them that I gotta go. Appreciate you guys coming, and make sure you spam Milk Raid in I Am Rivenous chat and make his day for me, okay? Make his day for me.
Would make her crit damage buff apply to these hits. It would make Orphe's defense
Hey.
buff or defense shred buff apply to these hits.
I
It would be a
appreciate.
really, really solid buff.
I appreciate you guys having me. I gotta go. Gotta go get some stuff
no.
done. Family's calling. But I'll talk to y'all
No, that's
next
fine.
time. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Just
thank
tell
you.
them to come later.
Good man. Have a
All right.
good one.
You have a good one. Peace.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
All right, bye, chat. Go Milk Raid. I am Reminiscent.